Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's the house. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome into John Carl Court here at Lincoln High School in Des Moines, Iowa, the home of the Railsplitters. And we're going to have a lot of great action for you tonight as the 6-13 Marshalltown Bobcats take on the 9-9 Lincoln Railsplitters. But before that, we do have senior night, and we will be giving you live broadcast bonus coverage of the girls. Marshalltown Bobcats girls are up in the second quarter, 3:35 left to go in the half, 15-5. Kinsley Bowie has 2 3-pointers. Frankie Long has 4 points on the night as well. As there you see the shot is up and no good. Rebound, Ellie Hughes. Millie Heitman's really done a nice job. Bonus for tonight, Bobcat fans thought we saw the end of Sydney Capayu's career, but she's actually made it in tonight. She's playing along with Amara Johnson, Kinsley Bowie, Ellie Hughes, and Millie Heitman. Really, and it's going to be a turnover there as Lincoln Railsplitters with some really good defense there, and it's going to be a timeout by Lincoln. Bobcats with 3:10 left to go. We're going to keep it here. This is all bonus coverage for you watching on KFJB-TV. Do want to make some shout-outs here tonight. We've got Lincoln Eastman along with Keith Stewart on the camera work. We've got the one and only Humble Braga, Babyface, David Braga here, and then back at the studios, the one and only Jeff Brooks. He'll be feeding us scores all night long and making sure we sound really good on the radio. As you look, Coach Brian Murphy, Bobcat girls picked up their 7th win Saturday night, eclipsing last year's total of 6. They look to make that 8 wins on the year with a good chance at 9 as they face Des Moines East in the final home game of the year. And we'll know district matchups sometime this week, so we'll know where the girls are going to be at next week. Fires inside, down off the block, blocked by Ellie Hughes. And it's going to be cleared by the Bobcats. It really is seeing Amara Johnson being able to take that with that little bit of a wiggle that the Bobcats just don't have if she's not in there. She's turned around there but gets it to Bowie. Bowie gets it to Heitman, looking at that post work. And it's knocked away. It's knocked away by Ava Sines. Sines is a junior forward. But the Bobcats will inbound it. In the corner, Millie Heitman is going to be the one inbounding. She's guarded by Sines. Now it looks like Morgan Hildebrandt. Morgan Hildebrandt leading the Bobcats at almost 37% from 3 as the freshmen really come on, especially as a shooter. Goes into Capayu. Capayu closely guarded by freshman Kylie Phillips. Goes into the lane. It's going to call a charge or an offensive foul. It's going to be on Capayu. And that will be Capayu's 3rd foul. The rust is real as she has not played basically since Christmas. And now she's got just a hand. She is just almost looking to be fouled. Sid's playing very physical with 3. Kicks it to Signs. Signs lines up a 3-ball. It's going to be strong. Rebound Johnson. And here come the Bobcats. Looking to extend this 10-point lead. Amara Johnson, straight line drive. Gets it up. No good, but she's going to be fouled and go to the line. Amara, just in her 5th game of the year, gotten a little bit better each and every time. You do wonder, with Sid coming back, if she can stay healthy. Amara Johnson getting more and more comfortable. This is going to be, the Bobcats are going to be the best version of themselves going into districts. Nice that they're getting a full week of warm-ups, having Lincoln. You got to get on the road as Heitman and Capeyu come out. It's nice to see multiple subs at once. Bobcats are rolling 8 deep here tonight. But Amara's going to line it up. Nothing but nylon. Bobcats up by 12. 2 minutes left to go here in this first half. Martinez lines up a 3, no good. Amara Johnson with yet another rebound. She brings it up the court, crosses over Martinez. Euro step, left-handed layup, good. Oh my goodness, she brings a totally different element for the Bobcats. Bobcats up 14. This was a somewhat close game. It was 41-26. It was the Bobcats' second game of the year after defeating South Tama. And here, Signs strong again. Rebound, Hughes. Bobcats look to again continue this one. Continue to grow up right before our eyes. This is a young Cats for the most part. As Bowie's guarded closely by Stonehawker there. Morgan kicks it back out to Amara Johnson. Bowie's guarded by Wood. I said Stonehawker earlier. That's actually Wood. Frankie throws it up there. Can't quite get it. Rebound Wood. And she's being ridden. And then it's a shove afterwards. It's going to be a foul on Bowie, which is the right call. But then Wood just two-hand shoved her. Look at Amara Johnson. Manu Ginobili, left-hander off the glass. And it's good. And Lincoln has lost 5 in a row. Have struggled in that Iowa Alliance South, where Hoover North and East reign. They've struggled, to put it lightly. So all 6 of Lincoln's wins, or 5 of those wins, are against those teams. They also beat Council Bluffs Lincoln. Marshalltown boys will actually travel to Council Bluffs Lincoln next Tuesday. We'll have that coverage. Rebound, Frankie Long. Amara Johnson sprints past the timeline, takes it up off the glass, and good. Amara Johnson, my goodness, she's got 6 on the night. It's just, she's too fast, and she's much better with the basketball as they turn it over. 24 seconds left to go. It really has been a big deal. You look at Amara Johnson last year, she was fast, but she was going nowhere fast. She was kind of too fast for what she was trying to do. The game hadn't really calmed down much for her. This year, being able to watch a ton, I've been really, really impressed with the minutes she's given since coming off of Achilles' injury. Bowie left-handed dribble, guarded by Martinez, over to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt rips through, now gets to Amara Johnson. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. Amara gets going. Pulls up from 18, short, no good, and that'll do it. Bobcats 21, Railsplitters 5. And we look at just an incredible last 4 minutes from Amara Johnson. And I think what better time than to listen to Amara Johnson herself. We've got a Cat Connection brought to you by State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency in Marshalltown, mtownproud.com. Let's hear from Amara Johnson herself on this Cat Connection.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection with Amara Johnson with the Marshalltown Bobcat girls basketball team, a guard and a sophomore, and finally back. You finally were able to get back from your injury you suffered over the summer. How is that feeling against Waterloo East to just be back out there for a few minutes?
It was fun. It didn't really feel any different because rehab's good. So
That's good. All right, so tell me about the injury itself and then kind of that process and working your way back to being out there on the floor.
Yeah, I tore my ACL, and I got surgery in, August, but I tore it early July, so it took a while to get surgery. But everything went well. I went to rehab. It got better, so...
Yeah. So I know Coach Murphy, he mentioned he kind of talked to you about in the recovery process, not, pushing yourself too hard, kind of taking it. But I'm sure at times it was hard watching the team out there and you wanting to be involved, right?
Yeah, it definitely was.
So now that you're finally back in the team, where do you kind of feel like you're at? Are you still kind of behind where you want to be, or are you feeling pretty good going down the rest of the line of the schedule here?
I feel pretty good for the rest of the schedule. I've been practicing and been watching the plays even when I was out. So,
yeah. Of course, the team. You've got only a couple weeks of the season left here. What do you hope to kind of accomplish for yourself as far as the rest of the season and propelling this team into the postseason play?
Probably just get the ball around more and set up Kinsley and Morgan for shots.
Yeah.
And get good assists.
Yeah. Last year we saw you out there, especially on those steals, going fast break and pushing the tempo and getting those free throws and all that kind of stuff. But that was one thing you said to me in the off season. Every time I'd see you out at the track, you'd say, "Hey, I'm working on those free throws and things like that." So how do you feel like your game's maybe improved from a year ago?
I'm definitely doing way better on free throws in most of our drills. I only miss like 2 out of 10. And, yeah, I've just been working on layups, too.
Yeah.
Against, body. Yeah.
How has AAU kind of impacted your game?
It helps me a lot. During practices, I'd practice against, D1 players, and they'd, help me a lot with, certain moves and what to do when someone is way bigger than you. And, yeah, they're very helpful people.
Yeah. As far as this team goes, you're out there at Bobcat Live. I always see you with the ladies. How fun of a group is this to play with?
This is a really fun group to play with. We're all like family. I don't know. It just doesn't really feel like we're like teammates and we don't know each other. We all just feel like family. We can call on one another, even if it's not like a school problem or something that has something to do with basketball. We all just love each other.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. All right, final question for you. What other activities or sports are you involved in throughout the school year?
This year I think I'm just going to do basketball and track.
Okay. All right. I like that. Stay speedy.
Yep.
Thanks, Amara.
Thank you.
All right, that's Amara Johnson with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Pashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
I know you saw that subscribe button on KFJB-TV. Smash it, push it, press it, make it your own. Join the over 1,300 people that subscribe. Nice thing about it, I know for me, if I'm on my YouTube app at home or if I'm on my phone, it'll pop up when it's game time, Bobcat Live as well, and you can catch it all. And you may be like, I forgot there was a wrestling meet. I forgot there was a basketball game, volleyball game. You don't need to remember. We'll remember for you. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button right there. And as you can tell, because it's a Bobcat game and it's a road game, it means it's a senior night. It is Senior Night Palooza here at Lincoln as they are honoring their unified athletes here at halftime. We're looking at this first half. It was a dominant first half, 21-5 Bobcats. They hit it from the outside. Kinsley Bowie had 2 3-pointers. Morgan Hildebrand had a 3, but they also did it off the bounce. Amara Johnson was really good with 6 points. She's just that change of pace guard. Here you see her just cross over, and then the Euro step back to the left hand. That's pretty darn good. She put so much pressure on that defense, as you see one of the unified athletes right there. Very, very cool thing here at Lincoln. We do want to run through some scores, and scores are only possible when the number one man back at the Trending Media Studios, Jeff Brooks, floats them to us. So we look at last night. The East Marshall girls beat GMG 40-31. Shout out to my alumni, as an alumni, of East Marshall. Shout out to the Mustangs there. Johnston girls lead Valley 28-20 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Dowling leads Ankeny 31-20. That's 3 minutes left to go in the third. Des Moines Roosevelt leads Fort Dodge 33-25 with 5:11 to go in the second. And the West Marshall girls lead 27-24 over Nevada with 2:30 left in that third quarter. And for those of you that were not aware of Saturday's game, as Marshalltown traveled to Des Moines North, the Marshalltown girls defeated Des Moines North 55-10. It was behind, and of course Des Moines North has struggled pretty mightily this year. Bobcats got 2 wins from them in that first victory, only giving up 2 points. So it was a bit of an offensive explosion by Des Moines North there. So in that 55-10 victory, looking at Bobcats were led by Frankie Long. She had 11 after having 12 Friday night. She had a really good game, 12 points, 16 rebounds, 5 blocks. In this one, she had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Kinsley Bowie had 7 points. Millie Heitman had 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. Georgia Jansen did not score, but did have a steal, 2 assists, and a rebound. Ellie Hughes had 5 steals to go along with 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 4 points. And then as you look, as nice to see Mallory Myron had 3 points on the night. Big one from her. She had a field goal, and it was from three-point land. Amara Johnson had 9 points along with 2 steals. It's really nice to see her get comfortable. Morgan Hildebrandt had 3. Mia Aguanaga, the senior, had 2 points, her first 2 points of the year, and then Sid Capeyu had 7 points. And nice to see Sid back out there. And all that came is those are big, big moments. We talked a little bit about it in the first half. As you see there, as Nia Lott's talking down to the end, you see Amara Johnson. She was a ton of energy all throughout the year. But when you look at that, that is what this roster was supposed to look like at the beginning of the year. You look at that, this was supposed to be the team, and now going into districts where really anything can happen, who will the Bobcats get matched up with? You know, you really look at, okay, maybe that top end, that CIML, that's a tough draw for anything. But you look at the other alliance teams. If the Bobcats have their full run, and I want to let you know, again, getting Capeyu and Johnson, that's another 2 ball handlers that makes them more effective against the press. You're looking at whatever the draw is. This is probably the team that I've covered, and not probably, I'll remove probably, we'll throw that in the trash can. If I'm looking at any team that I've covered over 5 years, this is the team that is by far the most talented. And now having Amara Johnson back in, having Sid Capeyu back in, not only this is the chance I think that they have to really start to think about what does a win, 2 wins look like in postseason. And maybe this is the year. It's really love how they started out tonight. If they can keep that going, there's a good shot that the Bobcats will definitely be fighting like cats next week. And, of course, whenever those matchups are released, I know you can go to MHS Bobcat Sports on Facebook, but also encourage you to go to KFJB's social medias. We'll be posting that. You see Coach Michael Apple, along with his assistant coaches, just hanging out. They are riveted by this halftime is what they're looking like. See, they're probably checking out YouTube. I think right there they were just smashing that subscribe button, trying to get us to 1,400. But I was joking with one of the assistant coaches before the game. I was like, you guys just need like Marshalltown Bobcat basketball, like summer tour, like a band tour shirt on the back. It says Senior Night Tour, and you just list the 47 high schools we go to. We have covered, I feel like there is no school in America that has more senior nights than Marshalltown, I feel like. It is crazy how often it is. And it seems athletic director Phil Chia is like, I think it's time for us to start moving along here as he directs people to the sidelines. For those of you that are at home watching this, you will not have a late drive from Des Moines home. For those of us that are watching from within the roundhouse here at Lincoln, it might be a later drive home. But I know it's, we have Lake Eastman, Marshalltown High Schooler. He doesn't have anywhere to go tomorrow. They already canceled school. My wife works at the community college. They've already canceled school. So I think I'm the only one that's got to get up and go anywhere tomorrow, and it seems like maybe not in a car, but I'll get a huff it. So, I think my big thing is you got the snowstorm coming, might as well hang out and stay up late with us to watch some Marshalltown Lincoln Railsplitters action. It's 21-5, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back. We'll have the second half for you. Looking back at the Bobcats there, you see Morgan Hildebrand missing a three. That's pretty rare for them as looking and getting warmed up. Millie Heitman had 2 points in that first half. But really, we got about 1:45 left to go here at halftime. Just looking at this team. Right now, you're not seeing a lot of balls go in the warm-up, but they have been when it counts. Bobcats really have been impressive. There you see the rebound of Mara Johnson. Again, just crossing over, back, bringing it back, and here you go, the Euro step up off the glass and good. If you're watching on YouTube, I would encourage you, go down in the comments who has the best Euro step that you've seen. Really, the first time, I think we were talking about this last week, but the first Euro step I really ever saw in the league was Sarunas Marcialonis for the Warriors back in the early 90s. Most famously, the Euro step is Manu Ginobili, and it seems like once Manu did it, America did it. We took it from them and said, now the Euro step is ours. So you see everybody do it. It's crazy to see that, not just at the NBA level, but you see it if you're watching 7th grade, if you're at one of the Marshalltown Basketball Club tournaments on the weekends, you're seeing kids of all ages employ that Euro step. Telling you, late 90s, we didn't know you could do it. That was not a thing that was ever taught at the repertoire. So it's just one of those evolutions of the game that's pretty cool, in my opinion. So we're looking at any adjustments really for the second half for the Bobcats. Is they were not really solid. Amara Johnson hit 2 free throws. Frankie Long left a couple points on the line. Got to execute from there. But really defensively, they've been very good. They have not allowed a lot of second opportunities. So they've been really solid. So Lincoln Railsplitters, number 1 Martinez, number 55 Dickey, along with number 22 the freshman Coyote, 45 Ochoa, and number 12 Wood will start for them. For the Bobcats, it's Kinsley Bowie, Millie Heitman, Ellie Hughes, Frankie Long, and Georgia Jansen. Heitman gets out on Martinez. Martinez is a good shooter. She looks inside, gets Coyote, who goes to work against Frankie. Looks like she might have walked, but no dice. Rebound, Frankie gives it to Bowie. Oh, Bowie had somebody out, but did not pull the trigger. Now she dribbles into Dickey. Now she picks up the basketball. Bounce pass inside to Millie, who gets to the corner. Gets to a cutting Bowie up off the glass. No good. Left it short. Rebound to Choa, and it's cleared. Dickey will bring it up off the timeline. Smaller guard set for them, but quick. Off to Wood, gets the top for Ochoa. Ochoa left-handed dribble, takes Hughes off the bounce. Nice pass to Coyote, and it's ripped away by Hughes. She might have got away with a foul. Wood pops a three, no dice, rebound Long, and here come the Bobcats. Oh, Millie Heitman up top to Georgia Jansen, up off the glass, and good! It's the bump in the bucket. Can she make it a three-point play at the line? Georgia Jansen shooting just under 50% from the line this year. She's going to get a chance for 2 points here. And the Bobcats have had that run-out opportunity. And it's up off the glass. Doesn't matter how pretty it is as long as it goes in. Georgia with her 3rd point of the night. Martinez gets a double pick topside. Looks at the 3, bounces off the glass, no good. Wood got inside of Jansen, and Jansen's going to foul her. Wood is going to the line. Wood on the night. No points so far. Wood has no points on the night. Now she has 1. Wood, another smaller guard, feisty, got a lot of fight in her. Both free throws look really good. She knocks it in. It's 24-7. And they continue to, they'll bring a little bit of a man press there. Bobcats get through it easily. Heitman dribbles almost into no man's land, and it's going to be ripped away, and it's going to end with the Bobcats. It was off Martinez. Knocked it away. Actually, they switch it. It's going to be a turnover on the Bobcats. Martinez with those double braids. Perfectly framing the 1 on her jersey there. Look, the back cut Wood. Wood was open, but they didn't pull it. Martinez guarded by Heitman. Wood gets it now, dribble drive. Drops it off to Martinez. Near side, top of the key to Ochoa, drives down the line. It's blocked by Long, and she gets it as well. Nice play by Long. Millie Heitman leaks out. Wood gets back, but can't stop her. Heitman's got her 2nd bucket of the night. She's got 4 points. Bobcats up 19. You can really see, and it's just going to be almost thrown away. It is going to be a turnover. Bowie has it. Bowie, straight line drive up off the glass, rolls it in and good. Bowie's got 8 to lead the Bobcats. It's 28-7. Bobcats have really extended this lead. Oh my goodness, Dickey went right past Bowie, but she lost her dribble, went off her hip. There you see the straight line drive. Frankie Long, I'll not only block it, I will grab it. And then the Bobcats leaked out, and Millie Heitman finished it at the other end. Great series there for the Bobcats. Amara Johnson and Morgan Hildebrandt quickly going to come in for Bowie and Georgia Jansen. And then Faust will come in for Lincoln. Faust along with Brown, number 23. And Signs as well. Morgan Hildebrandt got into the lane, shot it, did not make it, but she was bumped. The foul. She will get 2 free throw shots. Bobcats really looking good on both ends. This was a game last year. They started off really sharp, and then that press gave the Bobcats some difficulties. And thinking just a while ago is really Amara Johnson was slated in as Morgan misses her first free throw. Amara Johnson was slated in as the starting point guard. When she goes out, you know how Millie Heitman moving back to that 1. Morgan Hildebrandt, they were unsure if they were going to use her at varsity this year, as she now has 4 points. Because of Amara Johnson, Coach Murphy says, no, we've got to use her now. And so she was very early on in her career, and the Bobcats were just really struggling on some of those ball handling sides of it. Now they're just a much better team. And Hildebrandt looks at a 3, lines it up. You can't leave her open. She's got 7. That's almost a layup now for the freshman as Morgan Hildebrandt's just shooting her shot. 4:54 left to go here. Bobcats up 25.
I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and this is a great way for me to still be involved and just give back to the surrounding communities that have given so much to me. We want our youth to be able to play these sports for many years to come, and we have to have officials to be able to play the games.
Black shirts too, had them on the arm, underneath.
Even if they may not appreciate every call you make, they do appreciate you being out there and making that sacrifice to help them be able to play the game.
as you look at Megan Heitman giving some fives, and there is a whole lot to give fives about. You see there, Morgan Hildebrandt. Two things I love about that. Amara Johnson recognizes the shooter. Morgan Hildebrandt doesn't hesitate. She locks in that left-handed shot and drills it. She has got 7. Kinsley Bowie has 8, and Amara Johnson has 6. That backcourt's been really effective. Millie Heitman's got 4 on the night as well. You're looking at your 4 guards right there. That is 25 points right in those 4 players. Really good night by those ladies. Amara Johnson picks up Dickey about 30 feet out. She gets a high pick from Signs. Dickey lines into a 3. Short iron, no good. Rebound is going to go to Hildebrandt. Signs got on the floor but couldn't come back with it. Hildebrandt picks up her dribble, gets it to Amara Johnson. Frankie's got posted into Faust, but no entry pass. High pick from Ellie Hughes. Now the roll. Amara Johnson up off the glass. No good. You can tell she's just gotten a lot more comfortable with contact. Dickey now gets into the lane, but knocked away Amara Johnson. Morgan Hildebrandt picks it up, and Amara now tracks down, and she's going to be picked up all the way by Dickey. This is one thing about the Railsplitters. They are going to pester you every inch of the court, and it causes Amara Johnson to kick it off her foot. She definitely was saying, she slapped her hip, saying, you got to get her off me. You can't let her ride me. The other thing about this Bobcat team, there are some feisty ladies out there. They are not timid out there. They will give it as well as they can take it. Jansen back in. Wood bounce pass into Faust. Faust now kicks it out to Signs. Signs looks at a 30-footer, but then traveled, no call. She gets a runner, no good. Rebound goes to Bowie, who quickly gives it back to Johnson. Bobcats have a 5-4 as Signs was slow to get up behind the back dribble. Gets it over to Hildebrandt, almost thrown away as Brown was right in there. He's got to look back, and it's going to be a timeout by Coach Brian Murphy. And we'll take that timeout with them. 3:26 left to go in the third. Bobcats up 25. There we are, Coach Brian Murphy. There you go. That's the play lined up for him. Bobcats called the timeout to retain the possession. And there's really not a lot to be mad at here tonight. Bobcats have led from the beginning to the end. First points went to the Railsplitters, about everything else to the Bobcats. There you see a great shot from Keith Stewart, an even better shot by Morgan Hildebrandt, knocking in that 3-ball. 3 of her 7 points here tonight. It will be Bobcat basketball. Kinsley Bowie will inbound it from in front of the Bobcats bench here near side, and there is a whistle, and they are going to say it's just get off the court. I think there was someone on the court there, so referees making sure everyone's off the court. Gets it into Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt lines up a 3, too strong. She got so excited that nobody knew she could shoot the shot, basically. She was wide open, but a little too much juice. Wood was able to create a little bit of separation, but not enough, as Georgia Jansen knocks it out of bounds. A block shot from Georgia. Inbound to Martinez, knocked away from Amara. She's able to get it back. Now right-hand dribble, pulls it back out, throws it inside to Coyote, and it's going to be knocked away. Georgia Jansen's going to corral it. Here come the Bobcats. Wood extends the lead, or extends the pressure behind this backcourt. Amara Johnson crosses it over to Georgia Jansen, down to Frankie Long. She's going to be fouled by Martinez. Martinez giving up about 1 foot and 2 inches. But Frankie Long can't make the bucket, but will go to the line. Frankie's shooting under 40% from the line tonight, or for the year. I really if Frankie could get that up to 55, 60%, and her shot looks like she can, it's not bad form. It's not a bad shot. It just hasn't been able to execute here. Bobcats are going to have Nia Lott and Millie Heitman in, as Kinsley Bowie and Amara Johnson will come out. Frankie Long looking to make that second free throw, get her 5th point of the night. And she gets it in as Frankie with her 5th point. Bobcats looking really good here in the second half. Here in the second quarter, they're up 21-5 at the half, now up 33-7. Been really consistent offensively and defensively throughout this. That's one thing for the Bobcats. Yes, they've dominated some weaker competition, but I would say Lincoln, as it's going to be a travel there on Wood, Lincoln is much different than that Des Moines North, Hoover, East team. This is a team that has talent, not a huge depth of talent. Bobcats a little bit better, but they've got some talented ladies out there. As Millie Heitman, a reverse layup, it kind of came out of her hand and she stepped wrong. It looks like she tweaked her ankle. It just didn't look good, and she's smiling and gimping. Maybe I think she's got a, I don't know if she twisted her ankle. It almost looks like she has got like a Charlie horse or something. She's walking that straight leg. And it's going to be a turnover on the Bobcats. Lincoln inbounds it here. Martinez in between the leg dribble. Guarded by Bowie. Looks inside. She gets it to Faust. Over to Signs. Signs wide open 3. Rims in and out. No good. Rebound Hildebrand. Hildebrand, the lefty, will bring it up. Top bun with the headband. Kinsley Bowie with her 3rd 3. She lined it up. The line drive is in. She's got 11. She has been ready to rock and roll. As Wood has a wide open 3 on the other side. Too strong, no good. Rebound, Georgia Jansen. Signs in there defensively, but she's able to take it away from Hildebrandt. Signs has got really long arms there. As Wood stepped through, up off the glass, no good. There you see the nice bounce pass to Kinsley Bowie. Knocks it in from 3, her 3rd of the night. Wood with the shot on the other end is no good, but she is fouled, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Georgia Jansen. There you see all the senior trifolds up there. There have been a lot of family members, a lot of celebrating here tonight. For the various seniors in athletics, it'd be guys and girls basketball, along with those unified athletes as well. And that one's going to be no good. Wood made the first one, missed the second one. Wood has all 3 of the second half points for the Railsplitters, and then Kinsley Bowie travels. 1:40 left to go here. We will have boys basketball after this. We're looking at a much later start time than 7:45, so if you came in at 7:45 looking to catch the guys, I encourage you, stick around for the girls. This will be the ladies' 8th win if they can hold on, with a very good shot at 9 wins. 9 wins coming after Friday night's East game, and Martinez double dribbles right in front of her bench, and she knew it before the ref called it. Lincoln has given the Bobcats a little bit of trouble with this press in the last couple minutes. It seems Bobcats being up 28 as they turn it over again. They're being pretty sloppy. It doesn't seem like they have that same energy. And they, instead of passing it up, they really did well looking ahead and scoring in transition off this press early in the quarter. And then in the second quarter as well, not so good this time. Nia Lott overshoots Dickey, but now they get in Coyote. Coyote off the glass, no good. Rebound's going to come to Ellie Hughes. It's going to be ripped away, and Kinsley Bowie's got it. Kinsley left-handed dribble, taking it off Dickey. It's going to be off her foot, and this is the 5th turnover in the row by the Bobcats. Bobcats really have not been good here in the last couple minutes after exploding in this third quarter where they've outscored Lincoln 15-3. Nia Lott is going to be called with a foul, just didn't quite get in front of her. For the Railsplitters, it is going to be Martinez, Coyote, Brown, Faust, and Signs. Actually, no Faust. It's going to be Ochoa. Martinez gets inside, ripped away from Morgan Hildebrandt. Martinez gets it back and travels. Both times I've seen Martinez, if she's on your team is going to be better because she's there. She plays with a ton of energy. She's got a good shot. She's feisty, handles the ball well. Really watching this Lincoln team. She's one that I enjoy watching play basketball. Nia Lott gets it to the top of the key to Hildebrandt. Right inside to Ellie Hughes. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Coyote. Here comes Martinez and the Splitters. Or the Rails. Or the Railsplitters. It's really up to you. Passes in the corner to Ochoa. Ochoa reverses back out to Martinez. Lott guards her closely. She's right there for her. Hand off to Ochoa. Ochoa gets it back to Martinez in the corner. Wide open three. Short. Iron no good. But rebounds long to Dickey. Dickey shoots up the three. No good. Off of Martinez. But that will do it for the third quarter. Bobcats 36. Railsplitters 8. When we come back, it will be the fourth quarter. Welcome back in. Bobcats up 28 as we enter the third. A little bit sloppy those last 2 minutes. There we see the Bobcat cheer squad. They do such a fantastic job under leader Val Corson, along with all the great stuff that they're doing on both the wrestling mats. Bobcats had 2 girls make it to state last week. And real quick, as we've been told, as Sid played in that first half, she did not come out in the second half and has not played. You wonder if she aggravated that injury that had kept her out. That really is a shame. I know she's struggled with that even in soccer season as well. Soccer and then volleyball this year as well. So nice catch by Keith Stewart and the crew and David Braga and Lakin Eastman. That's why it's a team. It's a whole team up here. And I'm gonna this is gonna be confession hour here on KFJB-TV. I was the last one to show up. I was, as the Bobcats steal it, and it's gonna be a foul. Georgia Jansen's gonna get to the line. I was the last one to show up to the station today. I'd forgotten my phone, and first thing I hop in, Keith's like, "We were thinking about leaving you," and then we decided, "You're the point we're going." And I was like, you know what? It could have been like a silent film. You guys could have painted it yourself. You guys could have provided your own commentary, and many of you would be like, "I would have loved to do that. We would have done a better job." And I would have said, "God bless you. Go for it." Georgia Jansen misses the first one. Second one, back iron, no good. Rebound is going to stay. It went out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Ellie Hughes. And this is really, if you're a coach, when victory is going to happen, we do not anticipate the comeback for the ages. But you want your team to look sharp because it's more than just this game. You have East on Friday, which you look at, you're a much more talented team than East, and it's going to be a foul on Frankie Long, and that will be her second on the night, as Coyote will go to the line. But you want to look sharp. You don't want to get into bad habits. And honestly, in these games right now, the Bobcats played so well earlier. She makes her first free throw, her second point in the ball game. But we're not good enough to just go through lulls where we can play play clean for 4 minutes. Oh, yeah, we didn't play clean for the last 4 minutes there, but we'll turn it around. We're not at that point. We are not that skilled. We're not that good yet. As Amara Johnson looks down to Heitman. Heitman bounce pass to Georgia. Georgia up off the glass. Great assist by Millie. Great hockey assist by Amara Johnson. Georgia's got 5 points all in the second half here. Dickey lines up an 18-footer short off the iron. Rebound long. Here comes number 20 Heitman and the Bobcats. Bobcats up 40-9. And it's going to go bounce pass, no good. It shows 38-9 on there. But you see Amara Johnson there with the hockey assist. A dribble bounce pass right there. Perfect, right in the shooting pocket. It is 40-9. They did not update it up there on the screen or up on their scoreboard. I don't know if we can get a chance here, David. I'd love to see what I will say is the best scoreboard in the state of Iowa. So we'll get it. Hopefully we get a chance to look at this. If you've seen the movie Hoosiers, it will remind you exactly of that. Georgia Jansen looks inside to Hughes. Hughes bounce past to Long. Long up off the glass and good. Nice interior passing as Frankie Long now has 7 on the night. It is 42-9 Bobcats. Corner 3 by Ochoa. Rims in and out. No good. Hughes gets it, and here comes Heitman. Bobcats out running, out on the prowl. Georgia Jansen, nice catch, but could not finish. There's that one. But the one we want, this is not my favorite. It's the one suspended over center court. I know many of you at home was like, that. How can that be your favorite? And I was like, well, it's not that one. We'll get there. We're playing Where's Waldo scoreboard edition. Dickey brings it across. Amara Johnson has it. Look at that pick up top by Coyote. Rolls through. There it is. I think that is the best scoreboard in the state of Iowa. Gives you those classic Hoosier vibes. All you need is Dennis Hopper, and you've got yourself a movie. And it's going to go to the Bobcats. And it says 40 in the stadium, but it was 38-9. And I feel like the Bobcats have had 2 buckets since then, but we'll go with what's going on in the studio here, or in the arena, not in the studio. This is not studio wrestling. We're not with Jeff Brooks. But I'm calling an extra game here. You're getting a lot of bonus coverage here down at Lincoln. Swing pass. Georgia Jansen lines up a 3. Oh, look good, but Frankie Long battles the board. Left-handed layup, no good. Gets it again. Up off the glass and good. Bobcats dominating on the glass, dominating on the perimeter. Really, it's been a full team just destruction here tonight. The only celebrating the Railsplitters have done is a block by Heitman. Look ahead, look ahead. As they don't look ahead, now they get it ahead to Millie Heitman. Back to Jansen, over to Amara Johnson. Amara Johnson pulls it back out. The only celebrating so far for the Railsplitters has been in the halftime and pregame celebration of their seniors. Martinez rips it away from Jansen. Now she steps back, 3-ball, lines it up. Back iron, no good. She's going to get her own rebound, drops it down to Coyote, who looks like they're going to call a foul, a jump ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Georgia Jansen got her hands in there, was able to cause a jump ball. 4:22 left to go in this one. And coming up, as we have the countdown to tip-off, we will have a pregame interview with Coach Michael Apple. We will have the Sandvig starting lineups. We'll look at the first-rate realty, keys to the game, and much more. Drop into Coyote. Coyote blocked by Heitman, but she gets called for the foul. So look, number 22 goes to the line. 2 shots. And for Railsplitters on the court right now, 22 Coyote, as she makes that one. That'll be her fourth point of the night. Third point of the night, my apologies. And she misses the second one. It'll also be Faust is in there, Martinez, Dickey, and Wood. For the Bobcats, Heitman, Bowie, Hildebrandt, Amara Johnson, and Frankie Long. Amara Johnson gets in the lane, free throw line, gets it knocked away. She's going to retrieve it, get it out to Hildebrandt. Left-handed drive up off the glass. She gets bumped, and it's a late whistle, but it's the right whistle. Hildebrandt will go to the line. Hildebrandt on the night has 7 points. Hildebrandt 1 of 2 from the line so far tonight. Get a look at the freshman. Up off the glass, and it rims out, no good. Hughes is going to come in for Frankie Long. The sophomore leaves with 9 points. Hughes comes in, has not scored yet tonight, but played some really good defense. Second one is up, and it is good. Hildebrandt has 8. Wood, straight line drive, drops it off to Faust, back to Wood, corner 3 ball. In and out, no good. Rebound, Hughes. They're going to extend that pressure still even off a miss as Heitman's able to get across the timeline to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt tries to cross over in front of Wood. That's one thing for her game. She's going to have to get a lot better as she gets it ripped away again. She has struggled with dribbling with on-ball pressure. That kind of that lazy crossover where you cross over in front of your defender works at that junior high level. It does not work at the varsity level. So that's one, I think, as she has been exceptional as a three-point shooter her freshman year. You can't think of a lot of people that are going to shoot at almost 40% as a freshman. Really, her game, I think, on the offensive end is going to come in ball handling. She's struggled with that at points this year. You get it up, Hildebrandt gets it into the center circle, gets across the timeline, bounce pass to Amara Johnson, wide open 3 ball, too strong. Rebound Heitman. Heitman up off the glass, no good. And the ball, ping balls around, but Dickey gets it. It's 3-on-2. She drops it off to Wood. Wood gets hit by Hildebrandt. And it's from the announcer, from the PA announcer. Everybody should be ready. We are going to have some senior announcements after this basketball game. And that's going to be before we get to the 15 minutes beforehand. So, folks, buckle in. Enjoy the smooth stylings we have for you here on 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, or on KFJB-TV if you're watching on X, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Just buckle in and enjoy your evening. Wood at the line. She's got 3 points on the night. She now has 4. 43-11, 3:05 left to go in this one. Next one's up, and it's good. Wood's done a nice job. All 5 of her points from the line here tonight. Looks inside to Heitman. Heitman, almost gets it taken away from Martinez. Hildebrandt now has it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Hildebrandt just looking inside, gets it to Heitman. Heitman bounce pass to Hughes. Hughes goes straight up off the glass. She's got 2. Millie Heitman's done a really nice job inside of that interior passing. That little drop-off bounce pass has been really strong from her. Rebound Hildebrandt. Here come the Bobcats. Get to Hughes. Now Bowie has it. Bobcats. It's 3-3, but Heitman finds a wide open 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound sign. She gives it to Ochoa. Back to Martinez, and here come the Railsplitters. 45-12, 2:15 left to go in this one. You're watching bonus coverage on KFJB-TV. Ochoa, the center, number 45, lines up the 3 ball, and she knocks it down. And there's going to be a timeout for substitutions only as Mia Aguanaga and Mallory Myron come in for your Bobcats. Brown's going to come back in along with Gabir, number 3. It will be Dickey, Holm, Gabir, Brown, and Martinez. For the Bobcats, it's Bowie, Aguanaga, Mallorin, Lott, and Hildebrandt. Looking at every every stage of high school out there. We've got freshmen, we've got sophomore, we've got juniors, we've got seniors. They inbound it to Bowie. Bowie guarded by Brown, and it's going to be knocked off. Brown's going to knock it off. And that's another one where really right now the strongest ball handlers Bobcats have, Amara Johnson and then Millie Heitman. You'd really like to see maybe Bowie and Hildebrandt get stronger with that basketball. It's just going to help more and more as about every team in the Alliance presses. And lot double dribbles. And everybody that's ahead of the Bobcats press. And that's something that if it really comes down to, we've talked about, okay, I feel like the talent level has increased to where we can definitely compete. Now it's that skill development, and I think that really comes with handling the press, but also being able to take people off the bounce. Up off the glass, no good. Hildebrandt's going to pick up the foul, and that will be her third on the night as it's 45-15. It's 1:33 left to go. And the first one is up and good. Free throw by Dickey. She misses the second one as we will see Buenarrostro in for the Bobcats. Ruby Buenarrostro in. And they're getting those seniors out. Leah Martinez, really, again, I mentioned her name, but Dickey's been a good player as well. Martinez just, I think, yeah, it's double dribble. And I think she might have been over and back. I don't know if she had established all 3 points on the front side of the court or not, but it sure looked close. As you're looking out here, this is more of the junior varsity team, but you're also including Morgan out there. Gabir goes in, gets some physicality. Buenarrostro unable to corral it. Gabir gets it, but then Aguinaga gets it. 1 minute left to go. Gets it up to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt crosses the line as O'Donnell's in for the first time, number 4, along with number 52, Phillips in. It's Holm, Brown, Gabir, Phillips, and O'Donnell for the Railsplitters. For the Bobcats, Buenarrostro, Aguinaga, Lott, Hildebrandt, and Mallorin. Gets it in as it's knocked back to Morgan Hildebrandt, but she was stepping on the inbound line. It's gotten sloppy here late. Bobcats exploded to a big lead, and they're going to win this by almost 30 points here as Lott, back cut. It's a back cut by O'Connell. O'Connell double dribbles. It's inbounded to Morgan Hildebrandt. 37 seconds left to go in this one. Bounce pass to Buenarrostro. Buenarrostro tried to behind the back something, and it turned into nothing. 30 seconds left to go here. O'Donnell lines up a 3-ball, back iron, no good. Rebound is going to be off of Hildebrandt. 22 and a half seconds left to go in this one. It feels like everybody is anxiously anticipating as you see parents, basketball players, and we will have that senior basketball moment right here in between games before they warm up. Mallorin tries to get one up off the glass, no good. She saves it back inside, but it's now going to be Lincoln ball. Brown unable to get the layup before the end. Bobcats pick up their 8th win on the year. They beat the Railsplitters. They sweep them this year. First game was 41-26. This one's 45-16. Your Bobcats win big Now as we come back, we will look to the nightcap as the Bobcats look to avenge the first loss on the year to the Lincoln Railsplitters. 9-9 Railsplitters, 6-13 Bobcats. Bobcats try to make it a sweep down here in Des Moines. When we come back, we'll look at the guys' game here on KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations.
I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and this is a great way for me to still be involved and just give back to the surrounding communities that have given so much to me. We want our youth to be able to play these sports for many years to come, and we have to have officials to be able to play the games.
Black shirts too. Had them on the arm, underneath.
Even if they may not appreciate every call you make, they do appreciate you being out there and making that sacrifice to help them be able to play the game.
Welcome back in to John Carl Court here at Lincoln High School in Des Moines. We are down in the woods, kind of down in the neighborhoods of South Des Moines. Travel down here, got a great women's victory. You see the score there up in the top left-hand corner, 45-16. Bobcats defeat the Lincoln Railsplitters. Bobcats get their 8th win on the year. Lincoln loses their 6th in a row. There you are, looking at the south side of the Conference of Champions. And you're looking at the Railsplitters here tonight. The guys are 9-9, had a really strong week last week, able to go down to Ottumwa, much like the Bobcats, and they picked up a 62-24 win down at Ottumwa. Then they said, you know what, we went south, we might as well go as north as you can in the Iowa Alliance. Let's go to Mason City. They went up to Mason City with a hard-fought 59-52 victory. And when you look at this Lincoln Railsplitters team, they're really good. They have physicality, which in the Alliance a lot of teams lack. There's just that lack of big body inside. They've got one of the bigger and more athletic, but also just, he is a force of nature. Charlie Fry in the first matchup had 11.6 rebounds along with 4 blocks. And then number 4, Desmond Campbell. Coach will talk about him in a couple minutes. He has been great all year long. And when you look at those two, if they're able to get where they want to do what they want to do, Bobcats are going to have a really, really hard time getting a victory here tonight. But there is a big miss. In that first game, their third leading scorer, Mike Mitchell, averaging over 6 points a game, 9 points in the Bobcat team, has not been playing. He's been out with an injury, I believe. So we'll have to see if he's a go tonight. So that could be a big miss for the Bobcats. Or for the Lincoln Railsplitters. For the Bobcats, this is a totally different team. You're looking at Arian Hancock right there. He started this initial game, and he's dropped out of the rotation for that smaller, quicker lineup. Bobcats, Railsplitters are going to look different, but it's going to come down to the same stuff. Can the Bobcats knock down shots, and can they eliminate second chance opportunities? When we come back, we're going to come back. I'm going to share scores with you and then we will get to see Coach Michael Apple and look towards the keys to the game, starting lineup, all those things coming through. But next thing we'll do, we'll just come back and we will share scores from around the state. Welcome back in. You're looking there at the senior flags, and you're looking at behind the post up there on the cameras. You're seeing David Humblebraga's hands. You're seeing me. That's me in the red and Humblebraga. And then behind the post is our Lincoln Eastman. Nice shot there, Keith. Good work. We are looking at what I would say is probably going to be an 8:25 tip-off is what I'm looking at because it is senior night. You're looking at Kyle Smith over here in the tunnel right behind our Keith Stewart. He is doing stretches. I don't know if he's going for basketball or the Rockettes. He's doing a lot of kicks and stretches. This is a tough one. You go to school all day. You're ready to play basketball. You get a big drive down here, and then you just sit. And they are just trying to stay loose, stay ready to go. There they go. See there, Adam Boone's been playing a lot lately. Knocked down a couple big threes down at North. Knocked down a huge three against Tumwa, and then earlier in that Waterloo East game, he scored the last 3 points of the game to seal that important Iowa Alliance North win. Speaking of scores, let's look to Jeff Brooks. Jeff Brooks sent us some good scores earlier in the night. These are all girls' scores. Roosevelt and Fort Dodge in a tight one. Roosevelt ekes out the win 51-48. Dowling girls 50. Ankeny 27. Norwalk 58. Newton 23. West Marshall defeats Nevada in that Highway 30 rivalry 45-39. And your East Marshall Mustangs beat GMG last night, the Wolverines, 40-31. There you see, again, senior night activities here with the Lincoln Railsplitters. When we come back, we will hear from Coach Michael Apple as we continue the countdown to tip-off.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up is going on now for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
I'm Tyler Pashong, MHS graduate in 2008.
And I'm Justice Richardson, 2020 Marshalltown graduate.
My family, along with the entire agency, are happy to play a small part in a community that cares so much about each other.
At Tyler Pashong State Farm, our goal is giving back to the community. There are many current and former Bobcats giving back through donating, volunteering, coaching, and just being a great neighbor and friend.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you and town proud.
Welcome into the countdown to tip-off. We're here with Coach Michael Apple. It's really interesting when you play a team at the beginning and almost at the end. 59-51 loss to the Railsplitters opening game, but really kind of even a different Bobcat team. A smaller lineup, maybe a quicker lineup. What are you taking away from that first game try to apply to tonight?
Well, there's not a ton other than you kind of know personnel and who they have. We've changed obviously a lot as a team and how we play, and overall gotten a lot better. And so as has Lincoln, obviously. So we're excited. We're ready to go, and we just got to give effort and play hard, and be ready when the ball tips off.
And so in that first matchup, it was everybody kind of finding their way. And it finds that you're a much quicker defense. You're, of course, smaller as well. So that leads Charlie Fry in the middle. He's a big energy boost. Had some big moments late in that first game. How do you angle to keep him off the glass?
Well, we got to do a nice job of getting a body on him, blocking him out, and we kind of told Jacob, who's going to have the responsibility to guard him, to just eliminate him from getting the rebound. We have to have other guys and rely on them to go in and grab it. We got to just make sure we get a body on him, do a nice job of always making sure we block him out, because he's averaging 4 offensive rebounds a game, which is a lot.
Yeah, and you get him, and then you also just see the amount of energy that he can get people going. But then you look at somebody like Desmond Campbell in that first matchup, 19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 steals. What can't number 4 do?
We got to keep him out of the paint and eliminate the drive. We got to make it tough for him, make it hard for him when he gets rid of the ball to get it back. Just kind of always pester him and always have guys around him to where he never gets comfortable and never gets in a rhythm.
And this weekend, Friday night, a Tumble win, had a turn around, ran into a bit of a buzzsaw at North. As you look at tonight and getting ready as matchups for districts are about to come out, what's the X factor that you're looking at from your team?
Just play hard, be ready to go, be competitive, and come into the mindset we got to do these things to win the game and be able to execute those things. There's a lot of times, I've said, we go into games and there's 2 or 3 things we need to really focus and take away, and we haven't necessarily been able to do that. We feel like we have that tonight in a few different areas. One of those being we have to make sure we take care of the ball and handle their pressure. Teams it's out there that they're going to try and pressure us. They're going to try and deny us and take us out of our offense and, not let us enter the ball easily. And that's hard for us when that happens. So we got to do a good job of executing, because when we do get in our offense and we're able to run some stuff, we do a really nice job scoring it and sharing the ball.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach. And when we come back, it'll be the Battle of the Roundhouses, the new one in Marshalltown, the old school Hoosiers one here in Lincoln, and we'll be back with the Sandvik starting lineups.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome back in. The senior activities have ceased. We're looking at an 8:30 tip time here tonight. Shout out to everyone out there that have stuck with us. Saw a great girls win early there by the Bobcats in a 45-16 win. They swept Des Moines Lincoln 2 games here this season, beating them 41-26, and then 45-16 there. We'll see a Mara Johnson crossover, bring it back through Euro, step up off the glass, and good. She had 6 points, and they were all Bobcats really broke that one out. Then you see in the corner, Morgan Hildebrand, the freshman. The freshman was shooting it, dealing it, had a really nice game for the Bobcats. But now it's time for the Sandvik starting lineups. Let Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. For the 9-9, 5-5 in the Iowa Alliance South, Lincoln Railsplitters head coach Connor Quayano. He was the interim last year, got that tag removed this year. They're going to start here on senior night. 6-foot senior shooting guard, number 2, Sullivan Suarez Quilty. He averages just over 6 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He is shooting at 30% from three-point land, 75% from the line in the first matchup for the Bobcats against the Bobcats in a 59-51 victory over your Cats. He had 3 points and 5 rebounds. The 6'1 senior guard, number 3, Juju Brown, averaging just over 6 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He is shooting 36% from the field. Does have a 3 on the year, doesn't shoot it real effectively, but he will shoot it at just over 25% on the year. Number 4, Desmond Campbell. We've talked about him in the opening. Coach talked about him in the pregame interview, and we'll talk about him in the starting lineup. Number 4, Desmond Campbell, the 6'1 senior point guard. Averages 14.5 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, shooting almost 40% from the field, almost 30% from the three-point line, and 60% from the free throw line. Against the Bobcats in the first matchup, he had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals. That, my friends, is what you call a stat stuffer. And remember, Mike Mitchell, who had 9 points on the game, he will not be playing. He had 9 in that first one, but he is out. Number 11, Keaton Wyckoff Harris, the 6'3 senior guard, not a big kid, but a long kid. He averages just over 4 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He is shooting 33% from the field. And then the man in the middle, he got the loudest ovation when they mentioned his name. He has the sweetest golden fro mullet that you will see with the white headband. You will hear him. You will see him. He is the heartbeat, the soul, the energy behind this Lincoln Railsplitters squad. It is number 34, Charlie Fry. Charlie Fry averaging just over 9 points and 9 rebounds a game. He's shooting at 51% from the field against the Marshalltown Bobcats in that first matchup. He had 11.6 rebounds, 4 blocks, but it was late in that fourth quarter as Lincoln extended that lead where he was the difference. He was a problem. Bobcats have to figure out how to get Charlie Fry off of the glass. For your Bobcats, they sit at 6-12, 3-5 in the Iowa Alliance. Last weekend, Friday night, they traveled down to Ottumwa, took care of them, beating Ottumwa. Then they went to North. Could not get it done. North opened it up 72-43. Really tough night for the Bobcats shooting the basketball. You did see Adam Boone had a couple threes. Jacob Hayes really struggled from the field. Kyle Smith had an efficient night, but all in all, Bobcats just outmatched down at Des Moines North. Well, as they sit 3-5 in the Iowa Alliance North, at points, Bobcats have been playing some really good basketball since Christmas. Their best games have come post-Christmas, and that being the Waterloo East game, Mason City, and they've fought a lot harder. I thought they fought really well Friday night as well. But if they're going to win, if they're going to even up this series, it's going to have to be a team effort. Starting with number 1, Jamison Niehaus, the sophomore guard, 6 foot. He came off the bench in that first game where he had 2 points and 3 rebounds. On the year, he's averaging 3 points, just over 3 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He is shooting 36% from the three-point land. Number 3, Drake Gersma. Drake Gersma averaging just over 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 42%. He is shooting under 20% from 3, but he's hit some big ones, timely ones. Specifically that Waterloo East game, he hit a big one in the fourth quarter. He's also averaging almost 2 steals a game. In that first matchup, he had 9 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 steals. You knew he was made for the moment when he came out that way. The sophomore point guard continues to develop over the season. Number 10, everybody knows his name. He's number 1 on the scouting report. He's hit 63s on the year. But Kyle Smith averaging just under 18 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, shooting 40% from the field, almost 36% from 3, 77% from the line. Also has 1.5 steals per game. In this first matchup, he had 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 steals. A lot of points, inefficient from the field, 10 of 30 from the field, 6 of 17 from the three-point line. Then you're looking at Lamar Johnson. Lamar Johnson, 6.5 points, 3 rebounds, and then shooting 56% from the field. In that first matchup, Lamar Johnson had 5 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And then number 30, Jacob Hayes, as coach said, he will be challenged tonight by guarding the 6'4 Energizer Bunny, Charlie Fry. Jacob Hayes, 6.5 points, 3 rebounds, shooting 40% from the field, 24% from the three-point line, and I really think that's a misconception. He's a good shooter, and I anticipate that to grow. He's a better shooter than that 24% tells you to, and he's almost 70% from the line. If you're looking for a key reserve for the Bobcats tonight in this first matchup, they played a lot of Will Swartz and Arian Hancock. Tonight, you're probably going to see mostly Adam Boone. You go from post heavy in that first matchup. You're now going to be wing heavy in this one. Adam Boone's been shooting the ball pretty well here over the last 3 weeks or so. See if the senior continues to close out his senior campaign, playing the best basketball of his career. We've got about 5 minutes till tip-off. When we come back, we'll talk keys to the game, and we will look towards tip-off as Marshalltown seeks revenge against the Lincoln Railsplitters here in Des Moines.
I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and this is a great way for me to still be involved and just give back to the surrounding communities that have given so much to me. We want our youth to be able to play these sports for many years to come, and we have to have officials to be able to play the games.
Black shirts too. Had them on the arm, underneath.
Even if they may not appreciate every call you make, they do appreciate you being out there and making that sacrifice to help them be able to play the game.
Welcome back. If you haven't heard yet, it is senior night here at Des Moines Lincoln. God bless all the seniors. There's a lot of them, and that's why we have an 8:30 tip-off. We might get in a couple minutes before that. You never know. But shout out to Kendra, Abby, and Tessa. We encourage you, and Emma. I think you all, Nevaeh, all these young ladies are going to do great things. Never met them, but we trust that they're going to do great things. Now let's look at the keys to the game. Keys to the game are sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. For the Bobcats, you really, at first, you're looking at the Bobcats, no second helpings. Again, that difference of the first game. Bobcats went big, and they actually out-rebounded Lincoln, but it seemed late when the moments matter. They couldn't keep them off the glass. But by going smaller, the Bobcats cannot allow Charlie Fry to feast on that backboard, because if he does so, Bobcats are going to go home with a loss. I really think it's almost as simple as that. You keep them off the glass, you've got a great opportunity. You let them keep attacking that glass, get those second chance opportunities. It's going to be a really long night. You're going to have to be extraordinary in every other facet of the ball game. Now when you look at the Railsplitters, it's about biggie-sized basketball. We all love biggie-sized fries, and again, we've talked a lot about them. They've got some biggie-sized fries, but it's biggie-sized basketball all over there. You do have 6'4" Charlie Hayes. Now, Desmond Campbell is not a big guy, but he plays outsized. He is somebody that will just absolutely stuff the stat sheet. He is someone that leads them in assists, leads them in scoring. He also is a very good rebounder. He is in the top 3 or 4 of them for rebounding. You've got to keep number 4 in front of you, because that's really what happens here tonight as you watch Lincoln warm up. It's really going to come down to that. And as with everything, when the Bobcats have the 3 ball going, everything looks a lot better. They're pretty dependent on that when you look at Adam Boone, when you look at Kyle Smith, when you look at Jacob Hayes. They really, their best opportunity to score is get him that beautiful shot. Now Lamar Johnson, he likes to work off that offensive glass. He likes to be around the post. Drake Gersma can take anybody off the bounce, and he has hit some timely 3. Jamison Niehaus is just kind of that ligament that wants to hold everything together, but if you leave him open, he has knocked down 3s, and he's not afraid to stick his nose in on the offensive glass. So we're getting ready for tip-off. We're about a minute and a half away from the starting lineups in-house and tip-off, so when we come back, we'll be ready for the Bobcats. Lincoln Railsplitters, 6-12 Bobcats, 9-9 Railsplitters basketball coming to you soon.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Kicks down left wing three. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one. Welcome in as they look at Lincoln. As they get their senior night announcements here. They've got the video board, so they're not just staring off to nothingness. They're all looking at the video board there in the corner. I'm Dylan Doze here calling the game tonight, but can't do it without, of course, our wonderful video staff. We've got Lakin Eastman up here, and then Keith Stewart running the cam on the court. The man to my left, David Braga, our on-site producer. And then back in the Trending Media studios, we have the one, the only, Jeff Brooks. Brooksy holding it down, sending us scores, and just being an all-around great guy. Bobcats are going to be in their blue jerseys, red stripes up the side, as you see Adam Boone there in the back. Lincoln will be in their white with maroon and gold trim. We'll listen in to the starting lineups to the Lincoln Railsplitters. Back of the shirts, it says find a way. We do apologize, we were not able to find a way to a pre-8:30 tip-off, but we tried. We tried. We're just a couple years removed from, around Christmas, I took the chance to think about maybe the top 5 guys that I've covered that did not play for the Bobcats. And one of them played here at Des Moines Lincoln. I'd say probably the best player I ever saw was Tucker DeFries. Taman Lipsey and Peyton Sanford would be tied 2 and 3. But number 4 was Trevori Cavill. He was spectacular from his freshman to junior year here at Lincoln. He made everything go. I'd say probably number 5 was Peyton Sanford. covered one of his games there, but definitely a good player. Was not what Tucker DeFries was, and Bryce Sanford, we just got to cover a lot more. But Trevor Cavill, he played his freshman through junior year here at Lincoln. He was special and saw a lot of good games between the Bobcats, Armani Thomas, and later Trey Brooks and Trevor Cavill. That were just all-timers. Very, very good. So we have Charlie Fry and Lamar Johnson will be jumping. And Charlie Fry is able to get it. And the handoff back to Desmond Campbell. Campbell, number 4, as the Bobcats look to be in a zone to start this one out. One high, it's a 1-2-2 as Jacob Hayes gets out, tries to cut off Wyckoff Harrison. It's a turnover. Here comes Gersman, the Bobcats. You see here for Drake Gersman, guarded closely by Juju Brown, and it's going to be stolen by Wyckoff Harris. Little step through up off the glass, no good. It's going to be a follow-up, and the follow-up's going to be good by Juju Brown. Bobcats cannot be sloppy with the basketball here tonight. Adam Boone getting the start here tonight in place of Jamison Niehaus. Charlie Fry guarding Jacob Hayes. Nice, fires into Lamar Johnson, who finishes up off the glass for 2. It's tied at 2. All right, Juju Brown, left-handed dribble, kicks it out to Wyckoff Harris. Wyckoff Harris lines up a 3, no good. Charlie Fry just manhandles Lamar Johnson and gets a bucket. That's what we said, no second helpings. That's going to be a difficult matchup for the Bobcats. If it be Johnson or if it be Jacob Hayes, somebody's going to have to get a butt in the gut. Johnson guarded by Desmond Campbell, now gets Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith quickly, Quilty gets underneath, but now he lines up a 3-ball net. What a shot. When he makes them early, that whole thing starts to look like an ocean. Suarez Quilty now kicks it back out to Campbell. Campbell over to Wyckoff Harris. Back to Campbell. Back to Harris, kicks it in the corner to Brown. Brown lines up a 3-ball strong, but nobody on the backside of the glass. Nobody boxed out, and Suarez Quilty with his first bucket. It is 6-5 Lincoln. Brown is picking up Gersma full court here. Charlie Fry extends out to guard Hayes. Hayes gets it to Boone, top of the key. Gersma looks inside as they roll in. This is the pin down. Kyle Smith for a 3-ball, too strong, no good. And Campbell goes baseline to baseline, up off the glass, and good. I think the foul's going to be on Boone. Nobody stopped the basketball. And it is going to be on Boone. That will be his first. Campbell on the year shooting 60% from the free throw line. He looks like an 80% shooter there as Lincoln extends the press. Handoff to Gersma as the Bobcats easily break it. Gersma now dribbles near side, gets to the corner to Boone, looks inside to Johnson, up off the glass, and good. They love that pin across the screen across the lane where Johnson just wide open. They're able to get it. But Campbell pulls up from 12 and knocks it down. He's got 5. Averages 14.5 on the year. Juju Brown picks the pocket of Gersma. Gersma gets it back, but hits it out of bounds. Go to the Railsplitters, 11-7, 4:56 left to go here in the first quarter. As you see the replay there, get in the corner, just a nice pin down screen from Kyle Smith, and there's Lamar Johnson. Gets it inside to Fry. Johnson walling up, but Fry just a lot of muscle, can't finish. But goodness, he backed him down like he was a gnat. Gersma still guarded by Juju Brown. Now kicks it over to Hayes as Fry will extend that. You don't often see that, but he knows the scouting report that Jacob will shoot it. Now Hayes swings it to Boone, guarded by Wyckoff Harris. Back to Kyle. Kyle guarded by Quilty. Now pull up from 18, bucket. And that's the thing when you're 6'4" like Kyle Smith, there's not a lot of people that can keep him from being able to lift up and shoot, Juju Brown is able to score as he cuts in his second bucket, 13-9. But back to Kyle at 6'4", you have to bother him physically before he lifts up to shoot. Because once he goes to release, you're not going to be able to contest that shot. Juju Brown really in Gersma's pocket. Lamar Johnson picks up his dribble, gets it back to Gersma, top of the key. Between the leg dribble, now he keeps his dribble alive, finally gets it out to Lamar Johnson. Swings it to Hayes for a wide open 3-ball. Big bucket by number 30. If the junior can get it going, that means big things for the Bobcats. 13-12. Quilty long on the 3. Rebound is going to stay with the Railsplitters. Just grab the basketball. My goodness. Just grab it. And first substitutions, Mike Mitchell is going to be playing in this game. He had 9 points in that first matchup, along Lionel Parks, who had 4 points and 3 rebounds in that first matchup. He will be playing as well tonight. Campbell, 18-footer, hits a lot of iron, but ultimately hits net. He's got 7 to lead the Railsplitters, 15-12 in a really quick-moving first quarter. Campbell, they're going to call a offensive foul. I think they're going to get Gersma on the illegal pick. Yep, that's what they got him. Gersma on the illegal pick. It's a feisty Lincoln crowd as well. You're seeing the other roundhouse in the state of Iowa. The way to put it is Marshalltown is updated. Lincoln is the roundhouse met Hoosiers. It's got a really cool vibe to it, a really classic, cool feel to it. If you haven't been down to a game here, I encourage you to do it. It's my second favorite place to call a game in the state of Iowa. Lionel Parks just abusing Kyle Smith on the post there. He's got 2. It's a 5-point lead. Railsplitters just opening up. Offensive game so far. Gersma dribble drive up off the glass and good. Charlie Fry could not get over fast enough. Gersma says, I'll do it myself, and he gets 2. 17-14. Campbell goes right through Johnson to the bucket. He went right through Johnson like he wasn't even there. Nice physical drive. Campbell's got 9. And they're standing really tough man that they're playing. They are guarding everything, and they're going to call Lionel Parks. He bumped Kyle Smith at the top, but they are going to stay in them. It's been very quick. What Coach Quano wants them to do is, you cannot give the Bobcats breath around the three-point line. 19-14, it seems, Lincoln's able to score on almost every possession. Bobcats are going to have to figure out some stuff defensively and continue to be efficient offensively. Boone swings it back to Gersma. Gets it Kyle Smith, top of the key. Offensive foul, Adam Boone. Moving screen. That's his second of the ball game. And it looks like it's a no Jamison Niehaus night. I do not see him on the bench whatsoever. So it'll be interesting where he goes on the bench. As Campbell gets it, drops it off to Parks. Parks dribble, drive, straight line. Gets it out to Mitchell. Mitchell too strong, and rebound goes out to Adam Boone. Boone hands off to Kyle Smith. Over to Hayes, who swings it to Gersma. Left-handed dribble, top of the key. Looking, now reverses back to Johnson. Three-point line extended. Kyle Smith goes past Campbell. About free throw line extended. Good. My goodness. It looked like it might have been short, but he got enough of the rim, and then the rest of the rim was real kind to him. Kyle Smith's got 7. Bobcats down 3. Left-handed 3 is up by Juju Brown. No good. Here come Kyle Smith and the Bobcats. Sprints across the timeline. Now dribble drive past Parks. Picks it back up. Kicks it out to Gersma. Gersma looks to set up the Bobcats. As he gets Boone in the corner. Boone looked in at Johnson, but that wasn't there. Now the Bobcats have 15 left on the shot clock. Kyle Smith closely guarded by Lionel Parks. Oh my goodness, Juju Brown knocked another one away. But now Lamar Johnson was able to find opening and get to the bucket for 2. He's got 6. Bobcats down 1. 15 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It's been a sprint of a first quarter after it's been a slog of the first 2 hours of the night. It's now getting hot in here at John Carl Court. They get it to Fry, 2 seconds to go. And then Boone's got his 3rd foul. This is where, as you see the replay here, as Juju Brown went to the ground, and that allowed Lamar Johnson to be free, and he went right to the hoop, got his 3rd bucket. Boone's got 3 fouls. It's really interesting. That bench is really short, and if you're looking at people, Will Swartz not on the bench. It's really anybody that's had any minutes on the court is Arian Hancock. And Dom McClure, who was our player of the game against Ames with 4 points, a senior point guard who has not logged a lot of minutes but is a good player. Really the thing for him is he's just not a very big guy. As the free throw is good for Charlie Fry, and that'll do it. Bobcats down 2 at the end of 1. When we come back, we will have the second quarter here at Lincoln High School.
YMCC? Competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Shout out to Jeff Brooks back at the studio as the Railsplitters up 20-18. But let's look at some scores from around the state. And for guys basketball at halftime, Nevada 41, West Marshall 21. The Maroon of Dowling 34, Ankeny 20. And that's at halftime. Roland Story 25, Sadell 6 at the end of 1. Roosevelt leads Fort Dodge at halftime 24-23, and your Marshalltown Bobcat women got their 8th win of the year, 45-16. Kinsley Bowie led with 11 points for the Bobcats. McClure picks up the dribble, and for the Bobcats, it's Gersma, McClure, Johnson, Hayes, and Kyle Smith. And they're going to call a foul on Gersma. They want to call that offensive foul, so Bobcats are going to have to watch that. That's the 3rd offensive foul on the Bobcats, but I don't think they're going to allow Drake, now picks up his 2nd here, to jump in the air. Oh, my goodness. Usually if somebody doesn't hit the deck, they're not going to call that. That felt a little weak, but the Bobcats have to adjust. Bryce Page in for the first time. He had 8 points against the Bobcats. He hit 2 big threes in that first matchup. He dribble drives, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Parks. Parks looking inside to Fry. Fry guarded by Hayes. A little jump in the lane. Gets it up. No good. Nice defense from Hayes. And Bobcats are bringing a 2nd defender as Kyle Smith came over to help bother Fry. Gersma gets it in and drops it, but is able to pick it back up. And now stolen by Campbell. Campbell looks and, he misses the dunk. He was rocking the baby, but couldn't put it to sleep. Gersma guarded close, and they're going to call a foul on Bryce Page. Bryce Page picking up his first foul. Bryce Page, 6'1" junior guard. Oh, man, that would have been quite the treat for the crowd. He rocked that baby. It would have been quite the treat for the hometown crowd here on senior night, but no dice. It was a really fancy miss. Bobcats with a chance to tie or take the lead. Gersma guarded there by Mitchell. And then Johnson guarded by Campbell. Campbell, my goodness, you're going to have to be strong with the basketball because he's been relentless. McClure gets it over to Johnson. My goodness, Campbell's the one. He just destroyed the Bobcats on that. He absolutely devoured the Cats. And Coach Apple is just like, you were allowing way too much physicality for what you're calling to then allow that, and it looked like McClure was fouled on that, but you got to be strong with the basketball. Lincoln Parks, little hesitation dribble, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Gersma. Gersma knocks it away, but Mitchell gets it back. Charlie Fry gets the ball top of the key. Jacob's not going to go out there with him. Now Fry basically backs him down, gets it up and in. He's just strong. It says he plays basketball, but he looks like he plays football. It's how he plays, really physical. 22-18, Bobcats down 4. McClure guarded by Page, gets it over to Smith, and this is where you can tell McClure might have a little bit of nerves. Oh my goodness, Campbell is messing up everything the Bobcats want to do as Kyle Smith gets the foul. Does a nice job of keeping Campbell from able to just get up the layup, so he's going to have to earn them from the line. Like we said earlier, he's shooting 60% from the line, 1-1 here tonight. He does have 9 points, all of those in the first quarter. Be the first foul on Kyle Smith. Looks like McClure is going to get some extended minutes here tonight as Campbell drops it in. They say shoots 60. I have not seen it so far. Arian Hancock, the senior, he started in this opening matchup. And that one's short as Hancock really struggled to keep Fry off. You've got to have that physicality to keep him off, but Fry just, if you don't put a butt on him, he's going to ruin you. 3-point shot, no good. Campbell lined up from about 23 feet. And they get it across just in time. Nice stealth ball movement as Hayes almost throws it out, but Kyle Smith able to get that, uses wide receiver skills there. And all set up, 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Lamar Johnson, scouting reports, knows he's not going to shoot it. We got 10 seconds, looks inside to Gersma. Gersma goes baseline, reverses, shoots it up short, no good, but rebound goes to Kyle Smith, and they reset it. Gersma top of the key, guarded by Page. Hancock has the basketball at the 3-point line, now rifles it to Johnson. Line up for a 3 from Smith, short, no good, rebound Mitchell. Here comes Lincoln trying to extend a 5-point lead. And the foul's going to be on, if it's on Drake, it's his third. What a dumb decision. That's just, I know he doesn't like the call, but you can't reach in on something like that. Especially in the short rotation, you cannot do stuff like that. Gets it in the corner to Page. Parks fires it to Mitchell, guarded by Hayes. Now gets in the corner, McClure on Park, meets him. Now Park gets Kyle in the post, but back to Page. Page dribble drive up off the glass, good, up 7. Bobcats are having to play a lot of rotations they're not usually playing. We're going to take a timeout. Bobcats down 7, 4:13 to go.
My name is Don McClure, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
You see Don McClure right there. He's been playing some meaningful minutes so far for the Bobcats. Bobcats have a short bench already. No Will Swartz, no Jamison Niehaus. So Adam Boone slid into the starting lineup. He has 3 fouls. Drake Gersma just picked up his 3rd foul. Bobcats are playing some interesting rotation because they don't really have anybody right now to come in off the bench, so that's why really you have to play intelligently. So for the Bobcats, Arian Hancock, Dom McClure, Kyle Smith, Jacob Hayes, and Lamar Johnson. For the Railsplitters, it is going to be Juju Brown, Bryce Page, Lincoln Parks, along with Desmond Campbell. Bobcats have to get it across, and they're able to do so. Lamar Johnson gets it back to Kyle Smith. Bobcats going left to right on your radio dial. Now get it to Don McClure near side. He's guarded really closely by Page. Arian Hancock has it top of the key. And Juju Brown just all over Kyle Smith, but he's able to get the basketball top of the key. 5 seconds to go. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson crossover dribble. Gets to the lane. Off the back iron. No good. Oh, my goodness. Bryce Page blocks Jacob Hayes' putback attempt. And now Campbell lines up a three. They're going to call a travel. I thought he got his feet slowed down, but I guess not. And substitution is going to be Sullivan Suarez. Quilty is going to come in for Mike Mitchell. And Bryce Page will also come out, with Keaton Wyckoff Harris coming back into the ball game. As Kyle Smith just drops the ball out of bounds. 25-18. Bobcats have not scored in this second quarter. It was 20-18 at the end of one. We've played 4.5 minutes here in the second. Railsplitters have 5 points. Bobcats have not scored. Juju Brown guarded by McClure. Crosses him up. Now gets him in the post. Kicks out to Quilty. Quilty straight line drive. Floater floats past the rim. Rebound Kyle Smith. Smith crosses over the LHS at midcourt. Kicks it out to Jacob Hayes. Looking for his second three. Too strong, but rebound Lamar Johnson. Johnson takes Campbell baseline. Kicks it out. McClure looks at the three, then swings to Hancock. Hayes gets it back to Hancock. Hancock rips through, gets it to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith, floater baseline, no good. Rebound on the ground, and it's going to finally be picked up by Wyckoff Harris. Gets it over to Quilty. Back to Wyckoff Harris. Harris double dribbled, but no call. Juju Brown going one-on-one with Dom. Crosses through, gets it up off the glass. No good. They're going to say it's on the ground. Foul is going to be on McClure. McClure's first foul on the night. It will be the fourth team foul on the Bobcats. Next foul will result in free throws. Gets it into Brown. Brown looks to hand it off. No, he keeps the basketball. Fires it over to Parks. Gets it to the corner to Harris. Harris, right-handed dribble in the lane. Kicks out to Brown. Brown pushes off. It's got to be an offensive foul. Oh, my gosh. That was a complete shove, and we're getting a technical. But it's a technical on Coach Apple, but it was an absolute blown call. It was an absolute blown call. And Apple has every right to be furious because that was a terrible call on the court. That was an absolute garbage call. Brown shoved him, and they call it on McClure. Here we see it. Where is that a foul on McClure? He literally got shoved off of. Absolute garbage call, but the Bobcats find themselves down big. And here's the thing, there's going to be free throws for the foul, and there's going to be free throws for the technical. And we're looking here at Juju Brown on the year shooting 54.5%. And he makes the first one. He's got 5 points on the night. This is where the Bobcats kind of have to figure out, you're playing some really interesting, is not really sure what to do. Of course, 54% free throw shooter makes them both. But this is what why are there no rebounding? He misses that one. What are they doing? So they had them shoot the personal foul shots first, then shoot the technical shots, and then they will get the ball. This is really about worst case scenario. He made 3 out of 4 of them. Bobcats down 10, have not scored here in this second quarter. And this is where Drake Gersma, as your point guard, has to be much smarter than picking up a really ticky-tack third foul, which was on him. It was just a bad call, but now you don't have the person that makes everything go. Fry gets Hancock in the post, and he just bully balls him. and gets it out to Juju Brown. He looks at the three but says no. Now over to Wyckoff Harris. Gets it to Quilty. Quilty left-handed dribble. He walks, and they better call it. Yes, they do. Bobcats have to get a bucket in the worst way. 28-18. Kyle Smith gets the basketball. Dribbling here, just dribbling out. Desmond Campbell has just destroyed everything Marshalltown wants to do. If you picking up outside, he has tipped away, and here's another one. They're going to call a foul. Don McClure got hit in the face. But if you're allowing him to roam, and that's really what Lincoln wants to do. They want to pressure the ball and allow Campbell to roam. Because when he does that, his hands are so quick. But you look at Campbell and Fry, man, they bring energy at every level. They are not afraid. Gets it into Kyle Smith. Kyle had 7 points, but he's really been shut down because he's had to handle the ball a lot more than usual. Usually he's coming off of picks, and Gersma and others are able to facilitate for him. Now with no point guard in there, as he lines up and shoots it. Big bucket, first one of the second quarter. Smith has 9, Bobcats down 8. 1 minute left to go. Crossover, and it's knocked away by Lamar Johnson. McClure picks up the basketball, kicks it up to Hayes. Hayes looks at the three, says no. Hancock now has it. Kicks it back out to Hayes. We've got 50 seconds left to go in this one. Over to Kyle Smith. Bobcats get a bucket here. That's a big one. 3 ball, back iron, no good. Rebound, Juju Brown, the lefty, brings it up across the timeline. He's going to be picked up by Smith, swings it topside to Quilty, back to Juju Brown, lines up a 3 ball, too strong. Rebound's going to be Fry, and it's just they have had no way of keeping him off, but Hancock does a nice job of holding back. McClure gets on the ground, and here come the Bobcats. Kyle Smith, a little hesitation, 18-foot jumper, good. Big bucket by number 10. He's got 11. Bobcats only down 6. 10 seconds left to go. Bobcats with a nice little 4-0 run. 5 seconds to go. Pick up top over to Juju Brown. Lines up a 3 ball, cash. And that'll take us to the end of the half. 31-22. When we come back, we'll look at stats, adjustments, all here from the Lincoln Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
And welcome into halftime coverage is brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on, online at scoutingiowa.org. Looking at the first half, Lincoln 31, Bobcats 22. But some good things happening there. Quick back cut by Lamar Johnson up off the glass. He had 6 in the first half for the Bobcats. And then in the second, Bobcats are led by Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith had 11. He had both buckets here in the second half. There you see Kyle Smith lining up a 3 ball, knocked it in Big bucket for the Bobcats. Bobcats were down 20-18, and then in the second quarter, there you see Kyle Smith there in that second quarter. First bucket of the second quarter from 17 feet, able to knock it in. But the big story so far for the Bobcats in the first half has not really been defense, not really been offense. It's been foul trouble. Bobcats already light. You look here, right here is that ended up resulting in Dom McClure's second foul, but bigger than that, it was a technical foul on Coach Apple. If you're asking how was McClure called for a foul on that, you would be on the same line as Coach Apple, because that's what he asked, and they gave him a technical foul for that. So the stats real quick. Kyle Smith had 11. Drake Gersman had 2, but he has 3 fouls. Adam Boone, no points, 3 fouls. Lamar Johnson, 6 points. Jacob Hayes has 3 points. There you see Lamar Johnson with another bucket. For the Lincoln Railsplitters, both Juju Brown and Desmond Campbell have 10 points apiece. Charlie Fry has 5. Lionel Parks, Sullivan Suarez, Quilty, and Bryce Page all have a bucket. When we come back, we will have the Laurel Diesel Services post-game interview with Coach Brian Murphy, the 45-16 victorious Bobcats en route to their 8th win of the year. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up is going on now for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
We're back here on the Laurel Diesel Services post-game interview with Coach Brian Murphy. Coach, 45-16, but it was a complete win from opening tip all the way through. I thought the girls showed great energy. When you looked at the game from a coach's perspective, what did you see here tonight?
This felt like the complete opposite of Ottumwa, where Ottumwa we came in with a game plan and didn't really execute any of it. Tonight we came in with a game plan and executed all of it. They've got 3 girls that shoot the ball really well from the outside. Choa, Martinez, and I forget the other one. Dickey.
Yeah.
And we came in knowing we got to lock down shooters, make them drivers. They're all relatively short. And our girls were absolutely locked in the whole time. We held all 3 below their scoring average, and really I didn't feel like they got any rhythm shots the whole game, and it showed in the final score where they scored 16 but only made 2 field goals the entire night.
And you really look at it, it started with Kinsley Bowie knocked down a couple big threes. She would have a 3 later. She played really well. And I was talking to her dad actually after the game, and he goes, it was just nice to see. There you see Kinsley knocking down a 3 ball. It was just nice to see it go in for her because she's got a nice shot. What can you say about Kinsley's confidence and execution here tonight?
Yeah, she must love playing Lincoln, because the last time we played her at home, she hit 2 buzzer beaters against them as well. So she's got 5 or 6 threes against them alone. But I mean, you're absolutely right. The thing we preach to all of our girls, but especially Kinsley, and Morgan's another one. I mean, when you're a good shooter, you've got to have an incredibly short memory, and you just got to shoot and shoot and shoot. And she holds herself to a high standard with her shooting, and so it's nice to have a night where they just all seem to drop, because we all have trust in her. And honestly, my biggest critique sometimes is that she doesn't shoot enough.
Yeah. Well, you look at, there's not a lot of freshmen at any level of high school basketball that are shooting 36, 37% from 3. And she was one that we weren't sure if she was going to be at the varsity level until Amara Johnson with that injury. So she's gotten a lot of expertise, but Amara's come back. And I thought that run at the end of the second quarter, Amara had a stretch where she was by far the best player on the court. how good is it to feel? How good does it feel to see what she's doing here?
I mean, we're all excited that she's back. I mean, she adds a dynamic that we just don't have anywhere else on the floor. I mean, like you said, when she goes on a run, I mean, it not only gets her energized, but the whole team kind of lifts with her. And the other thing it does that really helps us out, I mean, when the ball's in her hands, suddenly we have players off ball where, like Millie, we had a couple great breakaways where Mary got the ball and pushed, and Millie was the one all the way down the floor, and it frees everyone else up to be a little bit more flexible where we're not having to rely quite so heavily on one or two people to handle the ball. So, I mean, it's great to have her back, and I'm just happy for her where, I mean, ACL injury, it's a long rehab, and it's not fun, and so to see her rewarded and get back in the floor has been really, really good.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Of course, Frankie was great inside, but you pick up your 8th win. It's a good one to go into a snow day. You get a snow day tomorrow. You get a look at that. But then Des Moines East comes Friday night as the Bobcats look for number 9. That's Coach Brian Murphy. Big win, 45-16. Bobcats over Railsplitters. See if the Bobcats can come back in the guys' game and make it a twin bill sweep here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
You're looking there at the Bobcats. When we come back, we will have the second half.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
And Lincoln Railsplitters will start with the basketball with a 9-point lead. Juju Brown hit a 3 right before the end of the half. But each team is going to start the way they began the game. Juju Brown, number 3, going over to Sullivan, Suarez, Quilty, along with Desmond Campbell, Keaton Wyckoff, Harris, and Charlie Fry. Harris gets in the lane. He's got 2, his first bucket of the night. Bobcats are going to go with Drake Gersma, Adam Boone. Both of them have 3 fouls. We have Kyle Smith, Jacob Hayes, and Lamar Johnson. Johnson gets a back cut to Smith, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Desmond Campbell. One of the things you're really looking at the Bobcat, Desmond Campbell had 10 points offensively, but really where I think he caused the most havoc was defensively. He's playing basically a safety. He's allowing, as Adam Boone lines up a 3, too strong, no good. He's basically allowing other guys to defend perimeter players, and then he's swooping in and trying to knock the ball out. Campbell, bully ball into the lane. He's going to be fouled by Johnson. He had Johnson on his hip, and he's going to have to go to the line to earn him. 60% free throw shooter on the year. So far tonight, he is 2 of 3. Lines this one up, and it's going to be pure. He's got 11 points, tied for game high with Kyle Smith's 11. Rails up 12 Bobcats had no offensive rhythm with the foul trouble early. Plus, just their rotation is different. No Jamison Niehaus, no Will Swartz, playing a lot of different people. Zane Moore out for the year. So just a lot of different pieces here tonight. Gets it down low. Charlie Fry did not buy it. They've been able to run that play effectively, most getting Lamar on the post, but they were able to do it in the first half, not in the second. Kyle Smith gets it in transition, picked up by Juju Brown. Now they'll flash Quilty out there, but Hayes steps into a three, back iron, no good. Rebound, Wyckoff Harris, hands off to Campbell. Here comes Rails. Lines up for a three, picks it back over to Wyckoff Harris. Suarez Quilty back to Harris. Looking inside to Charlie Fry. And the rebound, no good by Juju Brown. He's going to get called for a foul, loose ball foul, trying to go after his miss. He'll foul Lamar Johnson. 13-point deficit Bobcats, and I think a lot of it is they've got to figure out some rhythm offensively, and a lot of that comes with number 3. You've got to pass out of this trapping zone press, and they get to it. Lamar Johnson misses the bunny. Bobcats had to execute on that one. Campbell free throw line jumper, back iron too strong. Boone is going to go off of Boone, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Railsplitters. Campbell will be the inbounder. Inbounded at the L on the rails underneath. Look to inbound there. And they kick it out to Wyckoff Harris. He's going to get the pick from Fry. Now over to Suarez Quilty. Gersma almost was able to take it, but Juju Brown just goes right around Kyle Smith. Reverse layup. He's got 12 on the night. And then Juju Brown's going to pick up another foul, and that will be Juju Brown's second. Both here quickly in the third quarter. Brown on the year is averaging 6 points a game, but here tonight he's already got 12. And his zone press trying to dribble out of it. Oh, Juju Brown knocks it away, but Kyle Smith is able to knock it off his leg. There's some frustration on the Bobcat side, and it's Juju Brown knew he was going to touch him, knew that Kyle was going to touch him, and when Kyle made contact, he exaggerated the contact, picked up a foul. Smart play by Juju Brown. Frustration foul by Kyle Smith. That's something you do all the time, but it's not that big of a push, but he timed it perfectly and made it look much more aggressive than it was. Drake, here's Campbell every time. He's playing that safety position, and now Drake Gersma, he's got to get back. He's got 3 fouls. Can't afford 4. Lincoln is just outplaying the Bobcats at every single level. Fry traveled, no call. Kicks it out. Wyckoff Harris lines up a 3-ball, back iron, no good. Rebound, guess who? Charlie Fry, because he's stronger and he wants it. Juju Brown with a 3-point attempt, no good. Should be a foul's going to go on Hayes. It's just a tough assignment when 34's there. This is one where the Bobcats, this is where you've got to get in transition, because right now they are fighting for every square inch on the basketball court. No, they're actually going to call that. I thought it was on Hayes, but it's Bobcat basketball, so it must have been on Fry. Goes right through Gersma's hands, but he's able to track it down. And the foul is going to be on Wyckoff Harris. Harris with his first foul. And looking at, I believe that should be 4th team foul. Should be 4th team foul because that last foul was called on Fry. But it looks like the official scorers table was as confused as I was on that foul call beforehand. Johnson goes straight into the line, kicks it to Hayes. Now Boone gets a 3-ball. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Lamar Johnson, who had a good game. Cut by Boone. He's going to be fouled. No bucket, but he's going to get 2 chances at the line to score. Nice off-ball cut by Adam Boone. He's shooting 50% from the line this year in limited opportunities. Since that first quarter, Bobcats scored 18 points. They've really struggled to score the basketball since then. First one is up, and it's good. Bobcats seeking to just continue to chip into this lead. And he makes the second one. Nice job by the senior. And it's going to be a timeout. We'll take it with him. Bobcats down 13 with 4:44 to go in the third quarter.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
I'm Will Swartz. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back in. Bobcats down 13. It really has been an offensive struggle since that first quarter. Bobcats having to go with a lot of different lineups, but there you go. You can always trust. Oh, we've got a bit of a cheer off. I always love when Nick comes out, is able to do his variety of flips, and the home team takes it as a slight, and so anybody who can do flips on their side, so it really, they'll take the flips. It's always a fun night when he's doing that. Juju Brown gets it across, drops it off to Campbell. For the Bobcats, it's going to be their starting 5 still: Johnson, Boone, Smith, Hayes, and Gersma. Wyckoff, Harris, Campbell, Juju Brown, Charlie Fry, and Suarez Quilty for Lincoln. And a block, but a foul on Adam Boone, and that looked clean, but it is not, and that will be the 4th foul on Adam Boone. No, they're going to call it on Hayes down low. That's all right. He got him on the body. There we see. That's an earlier. Yeah, that looked good. That looked clean. But I'm up here, and they didn't ask my opinion. Juju Brown makes it. He's got 13 on the night, and too strong as Fry goes over the top. My goodness, it looked like Johnson had position. Campbell, my goodness, too strong. Bobcats just have not had an answer for physical straight line drives like that. It's just Lincoln has beaten them in physicality at every level, if it be in the post or on the perimeter. They're just stronger. Smith takes the bounce short on the 15-footer, rebound Fry. Gets it to Campbell. Now they're in downhill drive mode. Kicks it out to Brown. Wide open 3-ball. Short, no good. Rebound is going to go off Fry's hands, out of bounds. It will be Bobcat basketball. This press has really kind of just caused all forms of problems for the Bobcats. It's really, they've tried to dribble through it, have not been able to break it well, but now Lincoln is more in man than the trap they've been doing, and they retreat. Now Gersma guarded by Mitchell. Just dribbling out about 32 feet. Got Hayes in the corner, looks inside to Johnson. Nothing there. Now gets it to Smith in the corner. Quilty, Suarez Quilty right there, but Kyle gets some space, throws up a 3, no good. Mitchell with the rebound, and he sprints across the timeline. Now kicks in the corner, Suarez Quilty for 3. Nothing but nylon. He's got a big one. He's got 5 on the night, shooting it at 30% on the year. Bobcats down 19, just under 3 minutes to go in the third. Swings it over to Hayes. Hayes dribble drive off the, and it's going to be a block by Fry. Hayes wanted the foul, but he's he is going to get it. All right, they did call a foul late. And Hayes is going to have a shot. Hayes shooting almost 70% from the line. He's got 3 points tonight. And the first one is up, and it is good. And Arian Hancock's going to come in for Adam Boone. I want to apologize earlier. I had Troy McClure from The Simpsons in my mind. I guess it's Dom McClure, not McClure, so apologies to Dom's family. Second one is up and good. And a shout out to Ross Tatey, everyone's favorite sports editor over at the Times-Republican, for always setting me straight. Charlie Fry, top the key, hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell, free throw line jumper, short, no good. Charlie Fry in there, a block from Jacob Hayes, but he's going to get called from a foul. And there's just frustration, but it did look like he got some frustration. Looked like he got a little bit of body there. It's just, Charlie Fry is relentless. I think I've said this before the first time we played, but, you know, you could always say, hey, if you added the best player in the state on your team, you'd be better. But if you look more like what's a good player that kind of would match what you're missing, I look at Charlie Fry. There's not another player that maybe I'd like to have more on this Bobcat roster than just a ton of energy guy. Free throws up. It's an 18-point game. Turnover again. Campbell gets it. He's pushing off on Johnson, but Johnson stays right in front of him. Suarez Quilty back to Mitchell for a three-ball short iron, no good. Lamar gets the ball. Kyle Smith getting double team top side. Steps through, gets it to Gersma. Gersma guarded by Suarez Quilty, but now Kyle Smith has the top of the key against Lionel Parks. Gets into the lane, kicks to Lamar Johnson. Oh, Gersma needs to swing that, but he takes it up off the glass and good. Jacob Hayes was demanding the basketball. He was wide open in the corner, but Gersma took it to the lane for two. Bobcats down 16. They need to really cut off Lincoln's water here at the end of the third quarter. Fry's going to be guarded by Hancock and bring Kyle Smith a double. Lionel Parks cuts down the lane. Can't make the bunny as Kyle Smith contested the shot. Nice hustle by Kyle to get back. Gersman gets it across the timeline. Gets it over. He was falling backwards. Parks just had him on his heels there. 1:12 left to go here in the third quarter as you see Bryce Page get into the ball game. Bryce Page had 8 points in that first matchup. Tonight he has 2. Campbell's been really special tonight. He has 14 and a half average on the year. Up off the glass, he does that little like running back carry through traffic, but he is also incredibly strong. And look, he's built very similarly to Lamar Johnson and just a little bit bigger. And Lamar stayed in front of him, but he struggled with his strength through his chest. And the free throw is up, and it is good. Campbell with his 15th point on the night. Now 16. Bobcats find themselves down 18 points. Only 10 points since that first quarter where they scored 18. And they now have it, and that's where they've missed that pass, that cut, that diagonal cut. Hancock gets in the corner. Now he dribbles out. For the first time in Manas Guy, shot by Jacob Hayes is good. Manas Guy 0, number 0 for Lincoln, finding his first action of the night. Jacob Hayes has 7 on the night. Manas Guy says, hey, 3-ball. And he is the guy. 3-point field goal. Bobcats down 19. Gersma picks up his dribble. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes Left-handed dribble up, gets it across the timeline, now picks it up, gets it down to Lamar Johnson, who gets in the lane against Manas Guy, who fouls Lamar Johnson. And that will be the 15th foul, so that will be free throws as Lamar Johnson shoots it just over 55% from the line. Lamar so far on the night has 6 points, all those in the first half. 11 seconds left to go. Bobcats down 19. Really short bench and then bad foul trouble early. Lamar makes that free throw. He's got 7. So Hayes has 7. Lamar has 7. Kyle has 11. And that one's too strong. Rebound, Lamar Johnson almost gets a great action from Lamar, but he fumbles it out of bounds. 8 seconds left to go in this one as Kyle Smith comes to extend pressure on Campbell not to allow him to get the ball right away. So Mitchell gets it. He picks it up. It's tipped away from Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith has his chance to make a bucket before the quarter. He was fouled, it looked like, but he shorted. Short layup attempt, no good. Will go to the fourth. Bobcats down 18.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
And welcome in is Coach Apple. Bobcats have to make big shots and get turnovers to get back into this one, down 18. Thank you to Brooksy for some scores from around the state. Gladbrook Rhinebeck 49, Waterloo Columbus 45. That's a final. Also a final. Baxter destroys Colfax Mingo 93-48. Roosevelt beats Fort Dodge 60-49. Knoxville takes out PCM 66-48. Saydell 79. Roland Story 64, Nevada 71, West Marshall 56, Dowling destroys Ankeny 66-43, Johnson no problem with Valley 78-51, and your Bobcat girls win 45-16 for their 8th win on the year, as it looks like Lionel Parks is charged with the offensive foul, his 2nd foul of the ball game. Again, that extended pressure, Bobcats have struggled a lot with it. Parks is going to pick up Smith full court. Smith's able to get across the timeline. In between the legs, now crossover, gets into the lane. Over to Lamar Johnson. Lamar spin dribble back out to Hayes. Hayes looks at the 3, now dribbles past. Bryce Page is going to get called with the foul. Page on the night, that is going to be his 2nd foul. Bobcats will inbound it underneath the basket with Kyle Smith, the trigger man. Gets it out to Gersman. He's going to go back for it. Line up for a 3 ball. Smith back iron, no good. Rebound, Manas Guy. Manas Guy came in at the end of the 3rd and knocked down a big 3. Juju Brown was really good early. Up off the glass and good. He got knocked off his spot but was able to keep his balance. He's got 15. Campbell's got 15. They've both been really good, and Fry has done Charlie Fry things. The 2 hands on the hip and not calling it with some of the stuff they've called is weird to me. And it's going to be a pickpocket by Suarez Quilty. Hands it off to Lionel Parks. Parks just kind of runs like a gazelle. And he thought Manas Guy was going to be where he wasn't. And it's a turnover, Bobcats basketball. Bobcats down 20. It's going to be a timeout. We'll take it with it. Bobcats need a big comeback.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Hey, I'm Lamar Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
Welcome back in. As you see the Marshalltown cheer squad, no matter what the score, they are always excited. Really good cheer squad throughout the years, but a lot of great senior leadership there as well. You'll see that young lady singing national anthems at various events. Always a ton of fun. She's great, and that whole squad is great on Bobcat Live. As Lionel Parks, Gersma just has not been in this game since the early foul trouble, and the length and the physicality he struggled with, but he's able to pick that off. Little floater, no good. Kyle Smith on the glass. Can't get the follow. Parks gets it up to Juju Brown now. He dribble drive break up off the glass. No good. Rebound Hayes. He split the Bobcat defenders but could not finish. 6:14 left to go. Oh, Kyle broke his ankles. Got to knock it down for ESPN. There it goes. He broke his ankles and then knocked it through. Bobcats down 17. Page hands off to Parks. Parks looks inside, now gets it over to Guy. Guy has no conscience. Back iron, no good. I think Guy's coming back out. Charlie Fry, Coach Quijano looked and he goes, all right, Charlie, it's time for you to come out. There you go. Uh-oh. Fell down and then knocked it down. That's how you draw it up there. You don't want to break ankles and then miss the shot. Kyle saw that all the way to completion. Gets to the backcourt to Gersma. Gersma picked up by Parks. He's going to get the pick from Johnson. Now switch. Soares Quilty on Gersma. Gersma spins into the lane. Shovel pass to Lamar Johnson for two. Great job by Lamar. He's got 9. Timeout. We'll take it with the Bobcats. Cut it to 15.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
As you look there, as Coach Smith, Coach Apple, and Coach Brynjersen all charting out the plan. Bobcats down 15. They've cut into a 20-point lead here quickly. Lamar Johnson bucket, Kyle Smith 3. And look at the only thing that started early tonight, it definitely was not this basketball game, but the winter storm. There is, I know talking to Coach Brian Murphy, girls were getting out of here early. There you see crossover, knockdown 3. But the snow has started in Des Moines. Charlie Fry, it's gonna be a foul on Lamar Johnson. Nice job by Lamar getting back to at least make Charlie earn him from the line, where he is not a very good free throw shooter, shooting it at under 50% on the year. Yeah, Guy took a quick 3, and Quijano quickly turned around and said, all right, Charlie, time to get back in this one. And he's short on that. The nice thing about Charlie Fry being on the line is he's not a great free throw shooter, and you don't have to box him out on the block. You still got to get a body in front of him. Drake's got to get there, but you don't have to wrestle with him down on the block. And that one's going to be good. He splits him 1 out of 2. 16-point lead. And the Bobcats able to quickly break the press. Lamar Johnson, little scoop layup, good. That's what they've been missing. They have not been able to effectively break the trapping press. And when they have not been able to be aggressive offensively with it. Bobcats slice it up quickly there. Campbell's got it. He's been really good, really aggressive in the paint. He kicks it out to Page. Page dribble drive now, tries to get it out to the corner to Quilty Soares, but he turns it over. A bucket here would be huge. 4:50 left to go. Plenty of time for the Bobcats to come back, but they've got to almost be perfect. Little inside pivot, and it's going to be turnover by Campbell. You can't be sloppy. Campbell to the rack, no good, and it's going to be on Gersma. Gersma's fourth foul. That was on Lamar. You've got to be much better. They had Kyle on that back cut, and it seemed like he telegraphed it a little bit. Lincoln had defended it well, and Campbell's just – we don't have the stats for steals in front of us, but it's been a lot, folks. He is – and if it's not a steal, it's a tip ball. He has been really good. And one stat that a lot of coaches keep that, like, we generally don't talk about is tip balls. Tip balls are almost as important as steals because when you tip that ball, you basically stop any momentum on offense. You have to do a reset. Everything happens when you do that. So Campbell's been awesome all night long in doing that. Kyle lines up a three ball. It's going to hit nothing. And you can feel like Kyle almost looks like offensively the weight of the world feels a little bit on his shoulders. But at points, you know, Kyle's got 14 tonight. Lamar has 9. Oh, they say it was a tip ball. Thank you to David Braga. I had my head already down at the other end. But there was a reason. Kyle usually doesn't miss that badly. And there was a reason it was tipped. Lionel Parks is finally going to get called for a foul going off a screen. And that will put the Bobcats in the bonus where the 77% free throw shooter Kyle Smith is. And this is a big one. If the Bobcats can get to the line, Bobcats only have 2 team fouls. Lincoln 5 team fouls. And it's up and it's good. I do want to give a shout out. I really feel like Drake's played really well with those fouls here in the second half. He picked up that fourth, but second one is up and good as well. Adam Boone had 3 early. He's still only at 3, and it's going to be a timeout. Bobcats within 14. Can they inch closer here on KFJB-TV?
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
We're inside on John Carl Court here at the Lincoln Roundhouse. Bobcats down 14. They were down 20 not too long ago. Have chipped into this lead as they're able to sprint through. Desmond Campbell gets it up to Fry. A great job from Lamar Johnson as he fell to the ground, able to knock it out of Charlie Fry's hands. And, you know, I think at some point you look at, for the Bobcats, Lamar Johnson, Jacob Hayes, a lot of foul problems for the Bobcats as it's a turnover on Lincoln. It's where you almost want to, like Charlie Fry struggles from the line. You can extend this game, but the Bobcats just don't have a lot of guys with fouls to give. As Parks, his go-go gadget arms, were able to knock it back out of bounds. Gets in the corner to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Campbell. Now he crosses him up and brings it up the court. Hand off to Kyle Smith. Still guarded by Parks. Now he gets into the lane. He's going to be called with a foul. No bucket, but he will go to the line as the Bobcats are in the bonus. Kyle makes the first. And he makes the second. Kyle Smith was 7 in the quarter, 18 on the game. Get it into Wyckoff Harris, who gets it right back to Lionel Parks. Parks picks it up, and now anywhere to go, he's able to get it over to Campbell. Campbell, crossover dribble, pulls up from 18, good. He just has that little rhythm and wiggle to his game that 18-footer's just pure. Kyle gets him on the, and it's going to be, oh my gosh. They're going to call that a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Cats. I didn't get a great look on that. Kyle didn't think so. Gets it to Boone. Kyle Smith, wide open 3-ball. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Charlie Fry, and here comes Wyckoff Harris. Right-handed dribble. Now he pulls it back out, gets it to Campbell. Campbell swings it back to Harris, looks inside to Fry. They bring the double with Smith from up top. Wyckoff Harris goes right into the lane, and a travel call. Jacob Hayes did a nice job of standing his ground. Bobcats now in the point where they need to execute on every offensive end. They've been much better defensively here late. Now they've got to execute offensively. Kyle gets past Campbell, pulls up 18. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Fry. And that's the thing with Charlie Fry in the back. He hasn't scored a ton of points, but he eliminates second chance opportunities. Lamar Johnson going to be called with his 4th foul, and it'll put Campbell on the line. Campbell on the year shooting 60% on the night. He is 6 of 8. And Juju Brown's going to come back into the ball game. He will replace Bryce Page. And they're calling it on the ground, so no free throw shots. Juju Brown turns the corner, gets it up off the glass, good, and Gersma has fouled out. Brown's got 17, Campbell's got 20. And you see a pretty dejected sophomore point guard. Arian Hancock's going to come into this ball game. Short, no good. Rebound, Smith. And are they... They're calling a foul on the Bobcats. On Arian Hancock. No, they're calling it on Lamar Johnson. That's his 5th foul. And Dom Kluwer will come back into the ball game. Let's see there. That is a really weak call. He got called because Charlie Fry had never turned around. If you're a referee out there and I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments of why. If Mike Pereira, if you're watching the broadcast, let me know, because to me that feels really weak. He misses both of them, and then it's out on Arian Hancock. 2:41 left to go. Bobcats down 16. Just a frustrating night for all involved. Dom Kluwer will defend the inbounds pass. Juju Brown gets it out to Parks. Lionel Parks guarded by Hayes. He now looks inside to Fry, guarded by Hancock. Kicks it back out to Parks. Dribble drive into the lane. Bumped by Hayes. Shot up no good. We will have free throws. Parks on the night has 2 points. He shoots it 44% from the foul line. 150 seconds left to go in this one. Bobcats down 16. That is Hayes' 4th foul. First one is up and looks a lot better than a 45% shooter should look. And he makes both. 60-42. Timeout on the court. We'll take one with him here on KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Welcome back in. Bobcats down 18, 2.5 minutes to go. Drake Gersma has fouled out. Lamar Johnson has fouled out. For the Bobcats, already without Will Swartz and Jamison Niehaus tonight. So on the court is Dom Kluwer, Arian Hancock, Adam Boone, Jacob Hayes, and Kyle Smith. For Lincoln, it's Juju Brown, Suarez Quilty, Desmond Campbell, Wyckoff Harris, Hancock up off the glass and good. Nice press breaker by the Bobcats as Hancock gets his first two of the night, down 16. Campbell sprints across. Kluwer gets in front of him. Little hezzy up off the glass and good. He's got 22. Bobcats able to get in the middle. They really struggled. They've done a much better job with getting the ball in the middle on this zone press, which they did not do well with earlier. Juju Brown looks at the three, then gives it up to Fry. Campbell's going to dribble it back out to center court. Barking orders, guarded by Smith. Now he gets it over to Suarez Quilty. Drop down to Fry. Off the bounce, able to get the bucket. Bump on Kluwer. Fry goes for a three-point play. Bobcats find themselves down 20 again. Fry has 9 points on the night. As Kyle Smith comes out of the ball game, as he is going to be replaced by Tyler Dorothy. And then number 44, Isaac Seniceros is in. Talon Halstead is in. And the Bobcats have waved the white flag down 21 with 1:37 left to go in this one. They get in as Lincoln still bringing on the press, up 21 with a minute and a half to go. There is Dorothy, gets it up to Halstead. Halstead, layup off the glass, good. Nice job by Dorothy looking ahead to Halstead. Three ball up off the glass, no good. And Kluwer brings it across the timeline. Kluwer guarded by Wyckoff Harris, now ripped away from Campbell. I would foul. And there you go. Cisneros is able to get it across the line. I find it really interesting. You're up 20-something, and you still got your starters out there trying to dunk and all that jazz. I know this is high school. It's not the NBA, so interesting to me. And there's going to get a lot of subs in here tonight as Lincoln's going to empty the bench here on senior night. Caden Reeves, 6'3 junior, will be into the ball game. Adam Kwakye is 5'10 sophomore guard. Then the shot is up, back iron no good by Mitchell. Rebound by Henry Fry, 5'10 sophomore, but he steps out of bounds. Henry and Charlie not quite the same size. Henry much smaller, 5'10", he's guard, versus his 6'4 brother, senior. And number 32 also, Brian DeMeyer, 5'10 sophomore, is into the ball game. Handoff, Halstead gets it to Kluwer. Kluwer crosses over, gets into the lane. Pullback, shoots, air ball, no good. Rebound will go to DeMeyer. DeMeyer's going to bring it across the timeline, and he's just going to dribble it out. And that'll do it. Bobcats lose by 19. They fall to 6-13. Lincoln Railsplitters go over 500 both in the regular season at 10-9, but also in conference play at 6-5. When we come back, we will look at the stats and we will talk to Coach Michael Apple before we decide to say see you later to John Carl Court here at Des Moines Lincoln.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into John Carl Court. Bobcats fall here tonight, 65-46. Bobcats led in scoring by Kyle Smith. Kyle got his average tonight. He had 18. Lamar Johnson had 11. Jacob Hayes had 7. Drake Gersma had 2. Adam Boone had 2. There you see the big 3 ball from Kyle Smith. That was a big one early in that first quarter. Bobcats trailed by 2 at the end of 1, but just could not keep up offensively for the rest of the night there in that second and third quarter. Lincoln really expanded that opportunity. Here you see in the fourth as Bobcats try to get back into it, Kyle Smith breaks the ankles and then tickles the twine to get a 3 ball in, but it was too little, too late for the Bobcats. Also off the bench, Talon Halstead had a bucket late, along with Arian Hancock, who played extended minutes here tonight because no Jamison Niehaus, no Will Swartz, and then foul trouble early from Adam Boone and Drake Gersma. There you see Juju Brown was awesome tonight as you see that bucket. As you look at, he was the second leading scorer for the Railsplitters. Desmond Campbell led 3 Railsplitters in double figures. He had 22. Juju Brown had 17. Charlie Fry had 10. Keaton Wyckoff Harris had 2. Bryce Page had 2. Manas Guy had a 3-pointer. He had 3 in total. Lionel Parks had 4. Sullivan Suarez Quilty had 5 to round out the scoring. When we come back, we will hopefully catch up with Coach Michael Apple before we see the Yukon try to break through the snow on our way home from Des Moines Lincoln. You're watching the Locker Room Report here with KFJB-TV, and you're listening on 1230 AM and 93.9 FM.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
And welcome back to the home of the Lincoln Railsplitters here at the second best roundhouse in the state. Beautiful classic roundhouse. It's always a joy to come up here. Not a joy to lose as the Bobcats fall to 65-46, but it wasn't because of our OPA Grill Player of the Game, as it's time for our KFJB-TV Player Game, presented by OPA Grill of Marshalltown, Greek and traditional favorites. For all of you at home, I need you to finish this in your home or in your car. All you have to say is, you guys know what to say. Our OPA Player of the Game is senior forward Lamar Johnson. Had 11 points, battled valiantly on the boards. It was a tough night all around, but Lamar Johnson brought his everyday grit and tenacity to the ball game. Wasn't enough for a win, but is enough for a $25 gift card to OPA Grill. It's delicious food. I hope he's enjoying the gyro, some of those Greek fries, and smashing some of that tzatziki. That's a good meal, and he can do all of that with that generous $25 gift card. When we come back, we will hopefully get a chance to talk to head man coach Michael Apple. Short-handed Bobcats dealt a loss, and they dropped to 6-13 as they get ready to head home Friday night to take on Des Moines East in the comforts of the best roundhouse in the state, the Marshalltown Roundhouse.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pasta, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into Lincoln. We're going to give Coach another couple seconds, and we know with weather we may not be able to grab him before we go because we all want to be safe and get going as quickly as we can to beat as much of the snow as we can. When we come back, we'll see if we can get with Coach Michael Apple.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
And welcome in. Railsplitters go to 10-9 with a 65-46 win over your Bobcats. Coach's post-game interview always brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. With the weather, we are coaches and teams wanted to get the bus on the road as quick as possible. We definitely understand that because we want to get the Kicks Yukon on the road as soon as possible. So looking forward, we have a couple more broadcasts for you here this week, Thursday night, in the comfort and the confines of Rosie's, we will have Bobcat Live. I will be there with you Thursday night, and then Friday night, Marshalltown versus Des Moines East. We'll have double header coverage as Marshalltown boys look to sweep the season series against Des Moines East and get their 7th win. Bobcat girls look to sweep the season series and get their 9th win. We'll have all of that starting at 6 p.m. You've been with us all night long, listening on 1230 a.m. and 93.9 FM. All because of the wonderful radio producer, Jeff Brooks. You've been watching us on KFJB-TV because of the great camera crew work of Keith Stewart and Lakin Eastman, who does not have to go to school tomorrow. He is very excited about it. And you have had the wonderful privilege of having this KFJB-TV producer, David Humble Braga. Mr. Braga, thank you so much. I'm Dylan Doze. It's been a good night in Lincoln. Bobcat girls win, Bobcat boys fall here on KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.